Hands on fire. Hey, Blended Beauty. Hey, Jazz +6. Hey, hey, hey. Y'all, this partially gonna be a silent stream because I'm watching politics right now too. So, and y'all don't have to, y'all don't want to hear all these heated conversations in this household. Hey, Nikki. Yes. You watching it too, Blended Beauty? Okay, sis. Thank you. Okay, I'm glad. Nikki, thank you, thank you. I will I did a hair review. Oh, yeah. On this today, this morning. So that will be going up later in the day, y'all. And if you guys have not yet watched my last 2 vlog videos from Tahoe, please, 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 please watch that. Watch them if you have not yet. Lucci, please shut up. Don't do it. But yeah, y'all. Okay, so who said it? Blended Beauty said she watching it too. So like I said, it's gonna be partially a silent stream because I'm still having to keep up on my politics. You know, I just can't. I can't not watch it. So, you know, and it's the conversation's gonna get heated in this household. So I'm like, look, Daddy, what?
She's under a lot of stress.
Okay, I'm on live. Goodbye.
Oh.
Yeah. Stress about what?
Getting to the bank.
Oh, on time. Got it.
Yeah.
Don't forget to exactly.
I don't know why you're doing that here.
Oh, because I already told them it's going to be a partial silent stream because I'm watching and they said they watching it too.
Oh, okay.
So.
Had a concerted campaign against you. When did that first come to your attention?
We were picking up rumors from Ukrainians. I think, you know, kind of in the November, December 2018 time period. But then in January, February, and of course, it became more obvious.
At some point, I believe you testified that Minister Avakov alerted you to this campaign?
Yes.
When was that?
He had a conversation with me in February of 2019.
Okay. And do you remember what he related to you?
Yes, he said that Mr. Lutsenko was working with Mayor Giuliani through these 2 individuals.
I'm going to be watching that. V Chronicles, hey, hey, hey. I don't know what to think so far. What's the truth? Yeah, vlog to this casino. You can't be serving like that. Thank you. Yeah, that was the Phoenix wig. I did a wig review on the Phoenix wig recently. Yeah, that's the one I did a review for. Thank you, though.
And so it was unclear to me why they were interested in doing this.
Were you especially influential implementing policies that stymied their interests in Ukraine? Were advocating for some sort of environment or policies that would be adverse to them?
I think that just the general idea that obviously U.S. ambassadors, U.S. embassies, one of our most important functions is to facilitate U.S. business.
I tell you this much, Blended Beauty. Anything from Trump's side is a hot mess, okay? I'll tell you that much. The truth ain't in nothing he does. Drew Gaming, hey, hey, hey. How everybody doing? I told y'all, okay, I was letting everybody know in the beginning this is going to be partially a silent stream because I'm watching politics right now, and yeah, so I wanted to at least get the live going and let people come in so they could connect and all that good stuff. But I'm also having to keep up on my own stuff. I gotta keep up on the politics as well. So
I don't know that they were frustrated. I mean, frustrated by what?
Well, you mentioned that they had business interests, and I asked you whether they had been stymied by anything in particular that you had advocated
Diamond in the rough. Hey, hey, hey.
to them being successful.
So I'm gonna be doing partially a silent stream because I'm watching politics. So I'm letting everybody come on in so they could just connect. Oh, great. Now my phone rang. I wonder if they're going to get me for Michael.
Is that it was the general U.S. policies that we were implementing.
Yeah, he won.
Did you ever try to reach the prosecutor general, Mr.
I think he played $20. Yeah, $20 and won 154. I'm like, bruh. And he just would not let it go. Like, he was rubbing it in my face because I know I lost mine. So whatever, Dante Sports, hey, hey, hey.
I would say analyst for doing this, and he was working with Americans. So I reached out to the American side, in this case, the State Department, to try and find out what was going on.
When did you first realize that your relationship with Lutsenko had reached an adversarial point?
Probably around that time, maybe a little bit earlier.
And this is March?
Yeah.
Mike, hello, Mike.
Strong word. We at the U.S. Embassy are visiting key people from the State Department and other agencies. We were pushing the Ukrainians, including Mr. Lutsenko, to do what they said that they were going to do when Mr. Lutsenko entered office. That he was going to clean up the PGO and make reforms. That he was going to bring justice to the...
Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Make sure you are thumbsing up the chat when you're way in. If you have not yet thumbs up the chat, please thumbs it up.
Prosecute cases to repatriate the approximately $40 billion it's believed that former President Yanukovych and his cronies fled the country with.
Thank you, Dante. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And then you mentioned you contacted the State Department in late March. Was that under Secretary Hale? Concerns you had about the campaign against you?
I contacted the State Department much earlier than that. I mean, it was an ongoing sort of discussion. Makes it sound very...
Thank you, Nikki.
Many ways of going back and forth with Washington, and so on phone calls or...
Thank you, Nikki.
We would have this discussion.
When did you realize this?
And if I could just amplify my answer, we had the discussion because we were concerned that Ukrainian policymakers, Ukrainian leaders were hearing that, I was going to be leaving, that, there was maybe somebody else waiting in the wings, etc. And that undermined not only my position, but our U.S. position. The Ukrainians didn't know what to think. And we need to be out there all the time, firing on all cylinders to promote our national security.
Blended Beauty, I'm actually going to be posting the video later because it's a week. But in the beginning, when I started my YouTube videos, you would see when I actually had my own hair braided. Like in Hawaii, I had my own hair braided. That shit took like 8 hours. But uh-uh. So make sure you watch this wig review later.
To push back on this narrative either inside the State Department or publicly?
Well, certainly with the Ukrainians, I said, there's nothing to this. This is, a distraction, and we are focused on the job.
Good. Good. Yes, I'm gonna be posting the video for it later. I had done a video this morning, so I didn't take it off.
This mounting campaign against you?
I did what I could.
And what was that?
Reached out to the European Bureau. I think you've also heard that Dr. Fiona Hill was aware of this as well, so the NSC, and they had other discussions with more senior people.
Okay.
Texas made. Hey.
From your chain of command, did you engage Ambassador Reeker, Undersecretary Hale?
Yes.
And
Yes. Different timeframes here that we're talking about. So fast forwarding to March, I did when Undersecretary Hale asked whether I would consider extending, I did raise because I wasn't sure that he was aware of it. I wanted to make sure that he knew that.
Y'all, this is gonna be a partial quiet silent stream because I'm watching politics. So I'm going in and out. Dr. Jive, hello. Yes, y'all, if you have not yet thumbs up the chat, please thumbs up the chat. I also got my eggs boiling on the stove, and I know the alarm going off. So y'all just keep on connecting and all that good stuff.
Once it became a public political story here in the United States, the tenor of everything changed because I think that the State Department felt that it wasn't manageable anymore, and more prudent thing would be to come back in July.
do you think there was anything you could have done differently to get ahead of the story and to lobby the secretary and his counselor, Mr. Breck Buell, that there was a concerted campaign against you, that you didn't believe the allegations lodged were accurate, and you needed their assistance?
I think that, sure, maybe I could have done that, but I think they were aware, and as I subsequently learned from Deputy Secretary Sullivan, the Secretary of State had been well aware of this since the summer of 2018.
The corruption's endemic.
My question is, can you cut it? Yes or no? Oh, okay. Oh.
Ukraine, right?
I would say that corruption is a serious issue everywhere in the former Soviet Union.
Okay, but if they had a color, can you cut it? Oh, you did not answer the question. If they had the color. Okay. Okay, in this particular style, correct? Right. with that? Right. Right. Because I think. Right. Okay. Gotcha. Wow. Well, I would like for her and you to get together and organize this before Christmas. Yeah. Because I would like to buy her that particular style wig. Oh. And that is the wig you have on now. That is not a wig. Okay. Is it a lace front? Oh, okay. Wow. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, but see,
Yeah.
this is a regular wig from a regular site.
Okay.
But I just happen to be able to wear these kind of wigs because I'm taller than her.
Right.
And you know, when I get my own hair braided,
Uh-huh.
I usually get it around this length. Like when we go on vacation,
Right.
pull it back, you can do it, whatever.
Yeah, any style that you want.
But her head's too small for it.
Well, at some point, I would like for you to get together with her, and because I know she loves braids, and you know, to really get with her and pick out something. You don't mind?
Yeah, she gotta look through the catalog. I mean, they got a bunch of wigs. I mean,
And this is online.
this is online. It's the exact type of. She can either get it a singles wig, which is more what she would do anyway.
Right.
And those wigs are full lace, meaning from the front to the back, it's all lace.
Right.
Like just in this part, it's lace.
Right.
The back part is just like not lace. When she gets a full lace wig, she'll literally be able to pull it down the middle,
Right.
to the sides, whatever, and it'll be laced and look like real scalp all through here.
Okay.
It'll look like real scalp. She can even put it in a ponytail if she wants to, but you know, she gotta look at that. She can choose her own length. She can choose the colors, all that stuff. She needs one of those kind of. She needs that kind. Let's enjoy my day. The Brooks family, hello, hello, hello. Diamond, I'm glad you guys are still chit-chatting with each other. Told y'all I'm gonna be in and out. I'm watching politics too, and also trying to get my breakfast going. Technically my boiled eggs, because y'all know me. Okay. Thank you guys for thumbsing up the chat.
You mentioned serve a national security purpose.
I believe to be true.
Hey, bestie. Yes, we did, girl. Thank goodness. Yes, we did.
Probably because so much wealth is concentrated in the hands of
Okay,
very few 6 or 7 individuals.
But yeah.
And they also have political power and control the media.
And a lot of their power has been acquired through what we here in the U.S. would consider improper ways.
Yeah, I think that's a fair comment.
The head of Burisma, Mr. Sochevsky, you familiar with him?
I don't know him, but I know who you're talking about.
Thank you, bestie.
A couple days ago.
Thank you, girl. I will be uploading a video on my hair later.
Which have been applied by the U.S., Great Britain, subject to an investigation, trying to get the money back that was a big part of Mr. Kent's initiatives when he was there. The bribe was paid to the prosecutors, and Zlochevsky was let off the hook. This was in 2014. Is this something that you're familiar with?
I've heard about it. This was before my arrival. And I would just say my understanding, but please correct me if I'm wrong, is that the U.S. money that you're referring to was the money that we used to fund an FBI team that was embedded with the prosecutor general's office to go after, not to go after, but to do the investigation of Burisma and Zlochevsky.
Mr. Kent testified that this bribe was paid, the prosecution went away, and essentially nothing has been further done with regards to Burisma. Is during your tenure in Ukraine, has there ever been any focus on re-examining allegations, whether it's at Burisma or other powerful interests like Zlochevsky, re-examining it?
Is that on the part of the Ukrainian government?
I'm here washing my makeup brushes and I saw you were live and okay, cool, I'll be tuning. I gotta watch your last vlog in a minute. Yay! Yes, girl. I need to I need to do what you're doing. Because I have not washed my brushes in a minute. I definitely did. I need to do that. You just gave me an idea. Like, in a minute, I probably need to go get some damn soap, put it on them damn brushes, and let them soak. Most definitely.
Because, it's kind of hard to explain to a U.S. audience, but in Ukraine and in the former Soviet Union more broadly, including in Russia,
but yes, thanks, bestie. Yes, you guys, if you guys have not yet seen my last vlog, please watch it. My last two vlogs, actually. If you have not yet watched my last two vlogs, please go and watch them, please. My last two travel vlogs.
My understanding, this was, as I told you earlier in the previous deposition, this did not loom large when I arrived. I arrived in 2016, August 2016. But over time, my understanding was that the case was basically sort of on pause. That it wasn't an active case, but it also was not fully closed. And that is a way, as I mentioned before, for those in power to keep a little hook in to Burisma and Mr. Zlochevsky.
And right around the time the bribe was paid, Burisma undertook an effort to spruce up their board.
Okay, y'all. I already was telling everybody in the beginning I'm going to be in and out. I'm boiling my eggs. I'm also watching my politics. And I know y'all don't want to... I'm not trying to have y'all involved in all of this conversation back and forth about politics, so... but my OCD wouldn't allow me not to do it. Girl, I need to do it. All my brushes are in here. See, my bootleg way of cleaning my brushes is taking my makeup wipe, not makeup wipe, my micellar water, and like put in the brush, like dip. I don't know how to explain it. So this is the stuff that I use, like to remove my makeup or whatever, and it's got a pushy top, so you push down on it and then the stuff starts to come up, and basically I put the brush like right in this area and let that makeup remover get on it, and then just start rubbing it up against like a paper towel or something. But I know damn well I need to actually do a real brush cleaning, because I know I haven't done it in a minute. I can't tell you the last time I did. But see, I don't use like foundation and stuff. So I don't be feeling like I really need to do it. The only thing that I really use is like my eyeshadow brushes, but I know I still need to clean those too.
About that and a select answer, so I was aware of it.
Okay. In your deposition, you acknowledged that the president has longstanding concerns about corruption in Ukraine. Is that true?
That's what he says.
Well, going back to, there was a meeting with President Poroshenko in September of 2017 in the Oval Office, and I believe you testified that, he expressed his concerns then.
Yeah, he said that a friend of his had told him that Ukraine was the most corrupt country in the world.
Mello. Hey, Mello. Hello, 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 Mello.
Several witnesses have testified that the president.
Guys, if you have not yet thumbs up the chat, please thumbs up the chat. Thumbs it up, thumbs it up. And if you guys have not yet watched my last 2 vlogs, please watch my last 2 vlogs if you can. Leave a comment or something so I can make sure I get back to you guys' pages and leave comments and like you guys' videos as well.
That I served under President as our ambassador to Ukraine.
But yes, thumbs up the chat. If you have not yet thumbs up the chat, please thumbs it up. Semi cleaning them, exactly. Semi. Another once a week to clean mine is just too many and I hate it. I think she have a real job. Her payday is Friday. Yes. I feel you. Like I don't even have a whole bunch of brushes because I don't contour. I don't do foundation. I don't really do none of that. It's mainly my eyeshadow brushes, But the problem is that when you want to use another eyeshadow color, but the last eyeshadow color is still on it, and then it's like, damn. Let me see if it's a brush I haven't used yet. Yeah.
I think I did see something to that effect at the time.
Pixel P, hello, guys. Make sure you thumbs up the chat. If you have not yet thumbs up the chat, please thumbs it up. And if you have not yet watched my last 2 vlogs, please go and watch them. Leave a comment so I can make sure I go to your page as well to watch your videos, and leave a comment as well. But yes, thumbs up, chitty chats. And another thing is, guys, please remember that new rules are taking effect, and make sure that you are marking your whole page as not for children to save you time. If you know that your content is not made for kids, please make sure you mark it as not for children, please. Because they said that YouTube will make their mind up for you if you don't do it. So, if you know your content is not for children, mark it as for adults. Or if you know that you have videos that might have been geared towards children, go back on those videos and mark it as my favorite makeup brushes I want to use out of all the brushes I have. I still will get away with using it. I get it, bestie. Same.
A week or so away from arriving in Ukraine. I think that.
But yes, y'all. If you have made any videos that might have been children related, using any type of children characters or whatever, make sure you go back on that video and mark it as for children.
Former President Yanukovych and his political party, and the amount of money that they allegedly stole and where it went and so forth. I mean, I think there's just a difference in perspective depending on which country you're in.
And the president, at least from his perspective, looking at these facts, it certainly is reasonable to conclude that there are elements of the Ukrainian establishment that are advocating against them.
Yes, these new rules, you think I still have to do
Just
that?
speaking about Mr. Lushenko,
Like,
he's an investigative journalist, as you said, and he got access to the Black
do
Ledger.
what? Do what
He
exactly,
published
bestie?
it, as I think journalists would do.
Everybody has to mark their page as either for adults or children. Everybody's got to make sure they mark their page either for adults or for children. Or if you know that you've had videos in the past that might have had some type of like topics or whatever related to kids, just to be on the safe side, go back and mark it as made for children. And the sad part is that the people who have made content that was all geared towards children, they will no longer be able to have ads in their videos and all of that. So, and then of course people are going to be tempted to just mark their videos for adults so that they can still get paid off of their videos. But now they have this robot system that will be taking effect to be able to pick up on child content. So it's going to be even worse if they're trying to hide it and trying to lie and say that it's adult content knowing it's for kids. But it's a hard place to be in because they're going to take a major hit with their money. There are people that have made so much money and this is their livelihood. Like, they are at the place where they are able to live off of YouTube and have a large following based off of either making videos about toys, or you've got grown people that are toy collectors, like collectibles, like collector's items, limited edition toys, stuff like that. And it's not even really for kids. Like, they're not even doing it for kids. They're just doing it for other people that love, collector's items and stuff like that. So it's sad that they're going to be affected by that, because they'll no longer be able to get money off of it. I feel like the only way they'll be able to get money off of YouTube now is if they go live and people just happen to send them super chats, Yes, in the creator studio. TK, hey, hello. Yes, go into the you can mark, I don't know, okay, from the app, you can mark your individual videos as adult or child. Now, in order to mark your entire YouTube as adult or child, you got to go into the studio app on a laptop, on a desktop version.
And do you know whether the ambassador or anybody from the embassy tried to make contact with
Beauty Eats, hey. Guys, make sure you are thumbsing up the chitty chat. And if you have not yet watched my last 2 vlogs, try to watch them, make a comment so I could go back to your page and show you some love as well. AKA James, hey. Shadiah, hello. Yes, y'all, so we're talking about the new rules right now. Bottom line, if you know that your channel is not made for children, go ahead and go into your creator studio and mark your channel as for adults, okay? And if you have some videos that are maybe geared towards children in the past, go back and mark them as made for children to be on the safe side. Because I was just explaining, it's sad because there are some people that have content that is geared more towards children, and then you have people that are adults that are not even really trying to get children's attention, but maybe they just love comic books, or maybe they love, action figures or limited edition toys and, collectible toys, like people collect toys from, from a long time ago up until now. Especially like people that can get their hands on old, like 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s toys, even some 90s, that are like worth a lot of money. There are people that do YouTube videos on that. And it's not even that they're gearing it towards children. It's just something that they enjoy doing, which is collecting collector's items. And now they won't be able to have ads in their videos. So no ads in the videos means no money. And like I was saying, I feel like the only way that they're going to be able to make any type of money from YouTube at this point is by getting money from super chats, you know? And that sucks. That's sad. That's really sad.
And these other elements that we've discussed, that there certainly forms a reasonable basis to wonder whether there are influential,
You know?
elements to Ukrainian
And they made it clear those people will not, if you've got videos that are geared towards children, they won't be able to comment, I believe. They said YouTube videos that are geared towards children won't be able to receive comments on the videos. It won't be marketed as well. It won't pop up as much on YouTube. In the algorithm on YouTube, they're not going to have it, top priority. It's not going to pop up as much now. So that's going to mess them up because it's not going to be able to bring views to their page. And what's the other thing? The biggest one is they won't be able to have ads in them. So those people are going to have to completely change their whole YouTube style. Either they're going to have to just completely stop making child content, or they're going to keep making child content and just know that they're not going to really benefit from it. And it's crazy because there are so many people that actually have large following and making good money off of YouTube. Like, they don't even have to work, They're full-time YouTubers doing this and able to make enough off of that. It's for people that have kid type of videos, but it's also for anybody who has had maybe anything childish in their videos as well. So, like, for example, just to be on the safe side for myself, I did the only kid type of video I did was during Halloween. I did a kids edition of Halloween movies you need to so is it only for people that only have kid videos? But yeah, the only time I did anything that's kind of kid related is during Halloween. I did a video of the top movies you should watch, kid videos you should watch, Halloween kid videos, and I also did an adult version of the movies you should watch during the month of October. I did a kids one and an adult one. So just to be safe, I'm going to mark that kids one as made for children, simply because I did use the posters for these movies. So, like Hocus Pocus and stuff like that. And that might be counted as child characters. Who knows? So just to be safe, I'm going to go back and mark that video. But that's the only video I've ever really made that had anything to do with, like, kids. But everybody, no matter what, needs to mark their page as made for adults, or go back and make sure none of your videos has any child characters in it. No Mickey Mouses, no Disney characters, no nothing,
And so, in the new administration under President Trump, the ability to afford Ukraine this
all that stuff.
significant advantage, significant step forward.
We thought it was important.
And
TK Tanae. Okay. Yes, girl.
It has, it's a symbol of our strong support for Ukraine. But when then, this year there are questions as to whether or not our security assistance is going to go through.
Yeah, so they're going to go back, and now they're going to have a robot system to be able to tell if your content is geared towards children or not as well.
Ukraine still has the
So,
ability to acquire the javelins, though, correct?
Are you now talking about purchasing javelins?
For purchasing.
Ukrainian government? Yeah.
Oh yeah, this Senegal twist.
Fought for 55 days from July 18th to September 11th, but it ultimately went through, correct?
That's my understanding.
I just call them Senegalese.
You testified during your deposition.
Chapter 2, Mommy of 2. Hello, hello, hello. We are going over the new rules about people with child content and stuff like that.
Are you still happy with the decisions?
Are you talking to the gentleman?
So we were just going over the new rules. Guys, make sure you are thumbsing up the chat. If you have not yet thumbs up the chat, please thumbs it up, thumbs it up.
That's a hard question because one can always use additional funding. That said, I think that
If you have not yet thumbs up the chat, please thumbs up the chitty chat.
for security assistance and other forms of assistance for Ukraine.
Beauty Eats, thank ya. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. We'll now go to member 5-minute rounds. I recognize myself for 5 minutes.
Like targeted for the parents having these kids make videos. Well, it's also targeted towards any adult that has anything that's related to children in their videos. So if you're talking about content that is related to kids, or if you have any type of characters in your videos, cartoons, dolls, teddy bears, all that stuff, they feel like is geared towards children. Or if it's anything that is like content that's made where it's something that kids would enjoy. So say it's like a theme park video. It's just, everybody has got to go back and mark their page as made for adults. If you have not yet done that, Ben2B, hello. Yeah, so if you know that your content is not made for kids, then make sure you go and mark your page as made for adults. But if you know that you might have a few videos with kids in them, or a video fully dedicated towards a child or child stuff, like toys, whatever, just go back and make sure that accounts that have 13 years or younger that watch, right? And see, the thing is, in the YouTube studio, it only starts at 13, so you don't really know if there are younger children watching or not,
He says, I want you to talk to Giuliani, the guy who smeared you, and then he brings you up. He obviously thought you were relevant to this.
But yeah, so just to be on the safe side, if it's videos that have a bunch of kids in them, or kids in them for a long period of time, probably just go back and mark it as a child's video and all that stuff.
A lot of people want to find out about that, so whatever you can do
Hey, Pumpkin.
for the Attorney General would be great.
So do I change it in YouTube Studio? Lala, hey love. Hello. Yeah, so in the YouTube Studio app on your phone, you can change the actual video setting individually. But to actually turn your entire page into an adult page, you need to do that on the YouTube Studio on your laptop.
That is the thought progression.
I'm going to post a video on this later. No, I did not. Love the hair. Thank you, Lala. Yes, y'all, be sure to tune in later. I'm gonna have a video on this right here. But now my original videos on YouTube, I did have braids. Like if you guys saw my Hawaiian trip and my Hawaii vlogs, that was my hair braided, and that shit took mad long, honey. That girl did not leave my house till like 1 or 2 in the morning. And we had to catch a flight that morning to go to Hawaii. So, yes, girl. Yes, chapter 2, mommy of 2. Yes. Yeah, but when I did that Hawaiian, now the braids was cute. They was
That's
cute.
exactly what
My
happened.
Hawaiian braids.
Yes.
But Lord knows that girl got to my house like at 2 o'clock in the
Let's also
afternoon.
say, well, the security assistance
And
ultimately went through.
she didn't leave until like
So
2 o'clock in
they
the
sought
damn
to
morning.
conditional
Seriously,
bribe
dead ass.
Ukraine into doing these investigations by withholding security assistance. They ultimately paid the money.
When I got them
Are you aware,
braids done.
Ambassador,
So,
that the security assistance was not released until after a whistleblower complaint made its way to the White House?
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Are you aware that it was not released until Congress announced it was doing an investigation?
Yes, I'm aware of that.
but yeah, y'all. So, if you've got anything, like for example, some people have comic book videos, all that,
Just for people watching,
all of that is considered child videos.
there's a perfunctory
So people have definitely got to make sure they go back, because the sad part is that any videos that have anything to do with children will no longer have commercials in them. So no ads. There won't be any ads in those videos, and people won't be able to comment on them either.
Put out by the White House at the time, the April congratulatory.
And you want to know something? I guess because, like, especially for this,
Discussed with Zelensky.
I'll see you for the sipping stream. Okay, chapter 2, mommy of 2. See ya later. Good luck, girl.
Doesn't appear anywhere in that.
But yeah.
So I want to ask you, Ambassador, why would the
So
White House
people who do
let
comic
that
videos,
read
collectibles, collector items, toys, all that stuff will no longer be able to have ads in their videos,
in that call, or in fact in the one in
or
January?
won't be able to receive comments on them.
I can't answer
All
that
that stuff.
question. We don't have visibility into that.
I thank you. I yield now 5 minutes now to recognize the ranking member. Just remind the gentleman there's actually 3 calls. There's
Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I told y'all this is going to be a partial silent stream because I need to go get my breakfast. I'm sleeping. That's why you got to be in the mood. Them braids or twists, because they'll be at your head for mad long. Girl, seriously, and I ain't got time for it. I don't.
First of all, I'm not against political ambassadors.
I just wanted to clear that up. Now can I yield to Ms. Stefanik? I need your permission. You may yield.
Thank you, Ambassador. Before I was interrupted.
But yeah, y'all, I told y'all it's going to be a partial silent stream because I'm back and forth between my politics. I need to get my breakfast. I need to fill up my water bottle. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. Lifestyle. Hello, hello. Same. Lala's cleaning. Girl, I feel you. We all just kind of doing little things right now. I'm trying to watch this politics. I'm trying to get my breakfast going. I gotta fill up my big ass water jug. Y'all know what's up. Yeah. So, partial silent stream. I'm just letting everybody come in, do what they want to do, connect with each other the right way. Y'all know how to do it. I don't be in and out. You know, so y'all keep it going. Y'all keep talking with each other. I gotta get my stuff. Where's my water jug? I'll be back, y'all.
Quote, find out about Biden's son.
What in the world happened? Oh my gosh.
I have no more questions.
Why'd it cut off?
Chairman, sir, I have consent to enter the record. Your colleague letter from Speaker Pelosi dated September 23rd, relevant part reads, we also expect that he will establish a path for the whistleblower to speak directly to the House and Senate Intelligence Committees as required by law. Without objection. Thank you. I look forward to you ordering that statement from the Speaker. Ambassador Besser, I for one want to thank you so very much for allowing what's going on around the phone call. I like to focus more on what's
I don't know what happened,
happening
y'all.
to you and your career and what's going on. So
I came back
you got the word,
and the screen was off.
Ambassador
What in the world?
process you go through to take what you do next. And that happened in this instance. Can you give us a quick statement
Georgetown and asked whether that might be something that could be arranged.
Was that your only choice?
I'm not sure, but we didn't really discuss other options.
Last answer is Georgetown is fertile ground for State Department recruitment of future fledgling Foreign Service officers. And so they now benefit from your experience and your inspiration to inspire them to have spend their professional life in service to our nation. You're a fellow there, you teach classes. How many classes do you teach?
Well, this semester I was supposed to teach two. I'm still teaching one on national security. The other one was on Ukraine, and I asked whether I could,
Defer
go
them.
on that.
How many students
appropriate.
in your class? Approximately.
There are, let's see, I think 14, 15.
Any other responsibilities of state other than the fellowship at Georgetown?
Well, I will tell you that, all of this has kept me very busy.
Okay, I get that. But not necessarily day-to-day things that you'll be responsible for. Other than not qualifying for overseas stipends and other things, has your compensation been affected by being recalled to where you were?
No, it's not.
Okay. I'm worried about the way you might be treated by your fellow employees of state. Any negative, they hold you in less high regard than they used to as a result of this? Do they shine you at the lunch counter? Do they treat you badly as a result of the way you were treated by the president?
I've actually received an outpouring of support.
Okay,
My
so the
colleagues.
folks that you respect the most still respect you and appear to hold you in high regard and high affection?
They do.
Okay. George Kent was in here a couple days ago. He made some exemplary statements about you, really glowing. All of us, I think, would like to be the recipient of something that worthy, and I believe you are as well. Any reason on earth that you can think of that George Kent would be saying that because of some reason other than the fact that he believes it in his heart of hearts?
What's up, my phone? So like,
Well, I mean, like, somebody paid him to go.
what you do?
Your partner.
No,
Okay, so
absolutely.
we think he was sincere in that bragging on you.
No, my phone needs to charge.
And that there was some discussion this morning. Well, I'm glad that your colleagues are expecting nothing any different from your colleagues in the state to continue to treat you with the high regard that you've earned over all these years of great service. And I hope that whatever you decide to do after the Georgetown Fellowship, that you're as successful there as you've been the first 33 years. With that, you'll acknowledge my time to sure.
I unanimous consent request that an article entitled "Whistleblower is expected to testify soon." House Intelligence Chairman Schiff says, Wall Street Journal, September 29th, 2019, be included in the record.
Without objection.
And a unanimous consent request that an article entitled "Whistleblower reaches agreement to testify will appear very soon." Representative Adam Schiff says, USA Today, September 29th, 2019.
Without objection.
I have unanimous consent request. Article entitled "Schiff confirms tentative agreement for whistleblower to testify before House Intelligence Committee," CNN, September 29th, 2019.
Without objection.
I have unanimous consent request. Intelligence panel has dealt with her whistleblower's testimony, says Schiff. Question post September 29th, 2019.
Without objection.
I have unanimous consent request.
That's not fair. You call me a personal word.
You can't testify before House Intelligence Committee required by Schiff. Huffington Post, September 29th,
It's not
2019.
logic. I know how it
Without
works.
objection.
I have
You're
unanimous
not
consent
plugging in
request.
hard.
An article titled "Schiff Panel Will Hear from Whistleblower," Arkansas Democrat Gazette, September 29th, 2019.
Without objection. The time of the gentleman has expired. Now recognize Ms. Sewell.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ambassador, in your prior testimony, you spoke so movingly about your family background. You stated that your parents fled communist and Nazi regimes and that they valued freedom and democracy offered in America, having experienced totalitarian regimes. Did that have any effect on your desire to enter into the United States Foreign Service?
Yes, it did.
Did you always know that you wanted to be in the Foreign Service? I look at your background, and it is perfectly suited for what you do. I know that you stayed at the Bush
Hey y'all.
State Language Institute.
I have no idea what happened earlier.
Do you also have
I walked away, came back, and the screen was dark.
Defense University National War College?
Yes.
I even noticed that you earned your undergraduate
was buffering. Okay.
state and nation.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? I came back and the freaking screen was just all dark. I'm like, okay, what happened?
Affects your family.
All I was doing was trying to get my damn boiled eggs going, and then I came back and it was
33
dark.
veteran of the
The screen was dark.
but I want to know about
So I'm like, what the hell happened here?
how this has affected you personally and your family.
It's been a difficult time.
That was crazy.
I'm a private person, I don't wanna put all that out there, but it's been a very, very difficult time because, the president does have the right to have his own,
One of those eggs, yes.
in every country in the world.
Does the president have the right to actually malign people's
Because that's my only,
and may not be against
that's the only thing I allow for myself for breakfast is either a protein drink or an egg.
I mean, there's a question as to why
And especially after I just came back from my little vacation, I wasn't eating crazy, but I just didn't have access to all the stuff that I be having at home. I mean, we could have went to the grocery store, and it's not like my place had a full kitchen in it and all of that, but the days went by so quickly, and then we wanted to go out to eat, blah blah blah. But now I'm able to just be completely on my regimen.
here. I also want to know
King Bone, hey King Bone.
colleagues in the foreign service.
Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, y'all, I'm doing a partial silence stream because I'm watching politics and trying to get my breakfast going, but I don't know what happened. The screen went dark earlier. I don't know. I don't know what happened. But yeah, I'm just trying to keep this stream open so you guys, to allow people to come in and you guys can, you know, just connect.
service. Can you speak to that?
I think that
We were there for 4 days.
showing effect, not only in Embassy Kyiv, but throughout the State Department, because people don't know, kind of whether their efforts to pursue.
That's cool. Okay, King Bone.
To be supported, and that is
I'm relaxing. Okay. I'm probably still going to do my sip and stream tonight unless things get too busy around here and I'm not able to, but I still plan on doing the sip and stream later this evening as well. Right now, it's just a chill vibe. It's early. I'm just letting the stream kind of run. Somewhat of a silent stream and letting you guys be able to connect with each other. But later, you know, we'll have our sip and stream. If things don't get too hectic, I'll definitely be able to have my sip and stream later.
because our work is essentially nonpartisan. And, Senator Vandenberg, a Republican senator, who actually partnered with President Truman, coined a phrase that politics should.
Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna let y'all just connect with each other, those who are in the chat and those who do arrive in the chat.
Competition of ideas.
And I'll be in and out.
With different parties, different individuals is hugely important. But at the end of the day, when we are dealing with other countries, it needs to be about what is right for the United States. But those are our national security interests. And whether an individual works for the CIA or the military or the State Department, we've got to be nonpartisan and thinking about what is right for the United States.
Well, on behalf of a grateful nation, I want to say thank you for your service and I yield back the balance of my time.
Mr. Turner. Ambassador, I want to say I have a great deal of respect for what you do. I serve on the Armed Services Committee, the Intelligence Committee. I've worked with the NATO Parliamentary Assembly, including being its president. I know the complexity of what you do. I know you have little access directly to decision makers, little resources, but you have still a great deal of responsibility. It's a complex task, and I want to take us from just the concept of one-dimensional Ukraine being corrupt to the other issues that you have to deal with as the Ukraine ambassador. You have to deal with more than just our bilateral relationship with Ukraine, for example. And the confirmation that, obviously, I know you know these, but these are on your portfolio. You have to deal with the issue of the OSCE Budapest Agreement and the denuclearization of Ukraine and the issues of its territorial integrity of the signatories, correct?
Could you run that by me again?
The OSCE, the Organization for Security and Cooperation for Europe, and the Budapest Agreement, under which Ukraine gave up its nuclear weapons and believed they had its territorial integrity guaranteed by the United States and Russia. You would have had that in your portfolio.
Well, that,
It was an issue you would have to deal with the Ukrainians on.
yeah, when the Ukrainians would ask about our policy and whether it was in keeping with Budapest.
Excellent. NATO, Ukraine is an aspiring NATO country, and of course you know the Bucharest summit, where the U.S. and the NATO allies made a statement that they would get membership. That was on your portfolio. They would have been discussing with you.
Yes, certainly aspirations to NATO membership would be.
And it's also consistent with U.S. policy that the U.S. supports Ukraine joining the EU, and they have a great deal of interest and desire for joining the EU, correct?
Yes.
And they just had a summit in Ukraine in July where they talked about the associated agreement on economic integration between the Ukraines and the EU. And they also had a discussion about the illegal annexation of Crimea and the blocking by Russia of the Ukrainian sailors that came out of the Azov Sea and that were captured. Those would have all been issues that would have been in your portfolio and that were consistent with what the EU's issues are, correct?
Yes, we work closely with our EU partners.
In addition to Ukraine, you'd have to work with France and UK and Germany, all of which would have different ideas of this. The ambassadors to the Ukraine, of France, Germany, and
Yeah,
correct?
did you say they all have different ideas about these issues?
Some of them, yes.
But mostly there's a consensus.
You'd have to work with NGOs, non-governmental organizations, on issues that we heard about legal aid, human trafficking, building democratic institutions, even HIV/AIDS, right?
Yes,
You've spoken at several NGOs while you were the ambassador to Ukraine.
yes.
Now, the U.S. ambassador to the EU, they would have under their portfolio aspiring nations to the EU, would they not?
Yeah.
Okay, so EU Ambassador Sondland then would have had Ukraine in his portfolio because they're an aspiring nation and he's our U.S. ambassador to the EU, correct?
I think he testified that one of his first.
But you agree that it's within his portfolio, correct? You would agree that it's in his portfolio, would you not? Yes.
I would agree.
Yes, thank
that.
you. Now, I want to go to the next
I'm
one.
sorry.
Richard Holbrooke is a gentleman who has a great deal of gentlemen, this reference for.
Ambassador Ivanovich should not finish their answer. You may finish your answer, Ambassador.
Not on my time, you're done.
Whoa!
Wow.
Ambassador will be recognized.
I would say that.
Is he serious?
All EU ambassadors deal with other countries, including aspiring countries, but
Serious?
it is unusual to
Oh my
name
God,
the
the
US
drama.
ambassador to the EU to be responsible for all aspects of
Not on
Ukraine.
my time. You're good.
I'll take your initial answer. It's still in his portfolio, which was my question. You knew Ambassador Holbrooke probably. I did. He's a man of great integrity, one of our most successful ambassadors. You know him by his reputation. You would agree that he was a man of great reputation, right?
Yes.
Yes. Madam Ambassador, would it surprise you if in 2004 John Kerry had a member of his campaign who was a foreign policy advisor who traveled to the Ukraine in July and met with Ukrainian officials and the U.S. ambassador?
Food is in there.
That surprise you? And a member of John Kerry's campaign team for President of the United States in 2004 traveled
It's
to
been going
Ukraine
back
and
and
met
forth
with the U.S. ambassador in July.
So I'm not waiting
Not
till Monday.
necessarily. What
Would
was
you
the
have taken that
context?
meeting if a member of John Kerry's campaign traveled to the Ukraine? Would you have taken that meeting?
I guess it would depend on what the purpose of the meeting was.
Well, that meeting actually occurred, and it was with John Holbrooke. John Holbrooke was a private citizen, traveled to Ukraine, met with U.S. ambassadors, met with Ukrainian officials. He was also there on about HIV/AIDS, which was in addition something the Clinton Foundation was working on. So we have a official of the John Kerry campaign in 2004. He's a private citizen meeting with other ambassadors from the journalists. It's quite unusual.
Well, it's in there.
We
And
meet
the
with
black line
other
goes-
officials all the time.
It probably wasn't unusual for Julian. Gentlemen, this time is expired.
Mr. Carson, you're recognized.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Madam Ambassador. Madam Ambassador, returning to the topic of corruption, we heard evidence that you were successful at promoting efforts to address corruption. On Wednesday, in testifying about your very sterling career as a champion of anti-corruption efforts in Ukraine, Deputy Assistant Secretary George Kent said, quote, "You can't promote principled anti-corruption action without pissing off corrupt people," end quote. It seems that your efforts as ambassador to essentially reform the powerful prosecutor general's office in Ukraine did exactly that.
concerns was that
Yeah, I know.
there didn't seem to be any progress.
True that.
Most importantly for the Ukrainian people, but also the international community. So the first thing was reforming the Prosecutor General's office. It's a tremendously powerful office where they have authority to conduct investigations from FBI-like function, but also to do the actual prosecution. So very, very wide powers, which is part of that Soviet legacy. And there just wasn't a lot of progress in that. There wasn't a lot of progress in handling personnel issues and how
Daddy, when
the
he says, I need to
structure should be organized and who should have the important jobs, because some of the people in those jobs were known to
You don't get kidnapped out here.
Yes.
Secondly, the issue that was tremendously important to the Ukrainian people of bringing justice to the
I didn't know that.
over 100 people who
Oh,
were
What,
died
people
in
that
the
ran for Google?
revolution of dignity in 2014.
And
Nobody has been held accountable for that. And that
There's
is
so
kind
many
of
videos
the wound for the
of women
Ukrainian
getting
people.
into their cars.
And thirdly, Ukraine needs
Parking
all the
lots, all
money
types of shit.
that
Right.
it
Next thing you
has.
know, some
And it is,
people,
there is a
people
strong
are
belief
driving up to
that
them
former
in their
President
cars and just snatching
Yanukovych
them
and
Wow.
those
They even
around
have a
him
thing
made
where
off
they're
with
warning
over $40
girls,
billion.
if you go to, like, even if you go to the
$40
mall,
billion
right?
Yeah.
It's a
And
huge
say you're in the
amount of money
parking lot,
in
right?
Ukraine.
Oh, yeah.
And so,
And somebody says, oh, I'm selling
nobody
perfume.
has,
Right.
none of that money has really been, I
Ah.
think maybe $1 billion was.
Whoa.
Yes, that's how deep it is.
Whoa.
And
Man,
Ambassador,
I
They'll,
didn't know
they'll
that.
even put it on the little scent card.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, smell it.
and
And
you
then
know,
knock
this is
your
talking
ass
about
out.
that he was a driving force behind some of the
Wow.
attacks.
Women are getting
Well, I know you gotta be careful like
Which
with a
ultimately
man
led to your
walk next to you,
Yeah.
and
But it wasn't just him.
they got you on the driver's side, and they open up that sliding door and they snatch your ass in like that.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, but now they're taking it to this level.
Let me get this
Wow.
straight.
And it's
You
got
were effective at fighting corruption
real
in the Ukraine, fighting
Oh,
that corruption and corruption
yeah.
the national security of the United
Yeah, they're
States
taking the women and they're putting them in the traffic.
for that ultimately
And
being
it's a
removed
trafficking
from
thing
your
right now.
post by
There
the
are
President
over,
of the United
there's
States.
thousands of women.
So in your opinion, Madam Ambassador, why is it important to have a nonpartisan
And it's
career
all
in the
over.
foreign services?
I mean,
I think it's important to have a
all
nonpartisan,
races, but it's
career foreign
foreign
service
races and
office,
shit
big, or
that are
service, I should say.
really trying to snatch women, like, get them in trafficking. Yeah.
What we do is
Wow.
inherently
Oh, yeah,
nonpartisan. It's about our national security interests.
Okay.
It's not about what is good for a particular party at a particular time. It has to be
Yeah.
about the greater
So
interests of
now I'm a
our
little
security.
like,
And frankly,
Yeah.
what is in
Oh,
the
yeah.
person-
now that I know about this,
Could you briefly describe for us
I'm
the
like,
broad
damn.
U.S. policies
I'm
you have
glad
sought
I
to
can
advance in your 33 years of service and specifically
I mean,
in
luckily I
Soviet
stay in my
states
car.
like Ukraine?
Yeah, but still.
Still.
That's
I
a
mean, you can't even
hard
go walk to
question.
the goddamn
But I
mall.
think that,
Niggas
certainly
put shit
in
on
China
fucking
and
sick cards.
Russia,
Yeah.
Armenia, and Kyrgyzstan, all of these countries
And
are.
it
They
makes
know why
sense.
girls like
And
perfume
it
and
makes
shit.
sense though.
But,
Yeah.
And they put it on a card that say, oh, here, just, you know, you can smell it.
Right.
constructive relations.
Wow,
Knock
that's
your
it.
ass out so quick and they drag.
With,
Wow.
with those
Yeah,
countries
some girl,
is,
it's been a few
really
people,
important.
even just
And
that I know from
you know,
Instagram,
three basic
that
areas,
have
one is
said
security,
it either
second is
almost
economic,
happened to
and
them
third is political.
or it
And
happened
so
to somebody they
working
knew.
all the sub-issues,
That's how crazy it is.
your colleague mentioned many of them, you know, we certainly did that in Ukraine as well.
Thank you for your service. I yield to the chair.
Thanks.
Dr. Lindstrom.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and Ambassador, thank you very much for being here. And I just want to start by saying I appreciate your years of service and enduring years of moving around the world to dangerous places. And hearing from you today, I realize that we share some of the same feelings and experiences.
They all say that shit,
Until
but
they
at the
start
same
writing
time,
into it.
they fucking want flip the script and they
Exactly.
seem like you're fucking lying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They all started off with that.
Yeah.
And then they
Now,
start
as soon as that motherfucker said, "Oh, I'm done with you,"
Yeah.
okay, we're having. Oh, I was stressing.
No.
I've been there. I know what you're going
So
through.
understand.
I know you're in a dangerous situation, and I congratulate you, United States. Congratulate you.
Yeah.
I'm done with you.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
said we.
Oh,
There you go.
there you go.
There you go.
Significant that this administration made the decision.
Nah, whatever happened.
Yeah, I
Oh,
respect you.
That is
Oh, we're so
That's
similar.
shit.
And then this administration, I assume you meant the Trump administration.
Yes.
In your deposition.
They so full of fucking shit.
44, you spoke about the generosity of Congress. You mentioned it today, increasing aid to Ukraine. And part of your deposition, after that statement that I quoted before, you were asked, did you advocate for that? You responded, yes. And you were asked, did you advocate for
Dang. If you don't already know, I'm doing somewhat of a silent stream because I'm going in and out. It's too much going on right now. I'm trying to watch this politics. And I also need to I'm gonna start doing some meal prepping right now. So that's why I'm kind of in and out. But thank you for joining the chat. I appreciate everyone that's even in the chat. And if you're new in the chat, please make sure you thumbs up the chat. Thumbs up the chat if you have not yet had a chance to do so.
He said the president felt it might provoke Russia. And Mr. Taylor contested that Russia has already been provoked and they have invaded Ukraine. You know, President Obama had the right to make his own foreign policy, to make his own decisions as president of the United States. But he has the right as president. I respect the interagency process. I'm getting to that actually. But he has the right to make his own foreign policy and make his own decisions as president of the United States, as do all presidents, correct?
Oh, Lord.
Yes.
So we have one president, Obama,
Obama.
lethal aid altogether. In spite of ambassadors and others on the ground recommending, making that recommendation, such as you did. Vetted those that were going to receive the aid and provided it consistent with your interagency recommendations and that of your colleagues. Let me just ask from a military standpoint, without javelins, would you agree the Russians had much greater military offensive options and flexibility in their effort to attack Ukraine? Without the Ukraine having javelins.
Yeah, I mean, they had another option, although the tank war is no longer the war that is being fought in Ukraine.
But I'm just saying with the javelins.
It's another option.
And there's a reason for that, because the javelins are there. And so I think that changes the scenario. But I just wanted to make that point, that the president has a right to have their own foreign policy and to make their own decisions. And with that, I yield back.
If I could just supplement one of my answers. So I want to thank you for your service as well. But what I'd like to say is, while I obviously don't dispute that the president has the right to withdraw an ambassador at any time for any reason. But what I do wonder is why it was necessary to smear my reputation.
Well, I wasn't asking you about that, but thank you very much. Representative Spear.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Ambassador, so very much. You were confirmed by the Senate on a voice vote, weren't you?
Yes.
So unanimous, Republicans and Democrats, correct? No dispute. You said that in summer of 2018, the smear campaign began. In your testimony earlier today, did Secretary Pompeo at any time come to your aid?
Well, my understanding from Assistant Secretary Phil Reeker and Deputy Secretary Sullivan is rumors about me, for lack of a better word, the smear campaign, which was behind closed doors at that point, that there were a number of discussions between the President and Secretary Pompeo, and that he actually did.
Removed, and then subsequently in May of 2018 was pictured at a White House dinner with the president, and then later in May made a contribution of over $325,000 illegally to the president's reelection campaign. Are you aware of that?
I'm aware of the press about those things.
Does that help you understand a little bit more why the smear campaign was underway? made some very riveting comments in your.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna be doing my sip and stream later. Right now, we're just doing kind of like a silent stream. I'm in and out, still doing some other things, but wanted to at least try to keep the stream going and let people come in and let people connect and, you know, all that good stuff.
Individuals who apparently felt stymied by our efforts to promote stated U.S. policy against corruption, that is, to do our mission, were able to successfully conduct a campaign of disinformation against a sitting ambassador using unofficial back channels. Now, as I listened to you make that statement, I was thinking of all the other persons in the foreign service who now have to be concerned that it's not good enough to follow the stated U.S. foreign policy, but also to be aware that maybe the president has a back channel of interest that he is promoting that is diametrically opposed to our stated foreign policy. Can you expand on that, please?
Well, I think that it's important that whoever is representing the president, an ambassador, speaks with the full authority of the president or foreign policy establishment. And if there are others who are also helping with responsibilities in that country, for example, Ambassador Kurt Volker with his important mission to bring peace to the Donbass, that we all speak with one voice, that it's all about our common security interests, and that it's not about, personal gain or commercial gain or anything else, that it's about our national security.
In this case, the Tres Amigos appear to be more interested in getting an investigation than into promoting an anti-corruption effort in Ukraine. Is that correct?
That appears to be the case.
You were told at one point in 2019, in February, earlier this year, you spoke to a minister in Ukraine who warned that when it came to Rudy Giuliani, you needed to, quote, watch your back. What did you understand him to mean?
I didn't exactly know, but the rumor was out there at that time, and in fact, I think this minister also shared that information with me that the mayor was working to have me removed.
Let me just say, to conclude, that you have endured an orchestrated character assassination, that it was hatched over a year and a half ago, and that it's laced with enormous campaign
Hello,
contributions
Thomas.
to the president's re-election campaign. And you deserve more from the American people, and you deserve more from Congress in supporting you. I yield back.
I have unanimous consent.
Mr. Stewart, you're recognized.
I have unanimous consent, Mr. Chairman.
You can take that up later, Mr. Stewart, you're recognized. Thank you, Mr. Chairman and others, and Ambassador, thank you for being with us here today. Welcome, as I said last
Hi,
a couple
Claire.
days ago to
It's
the notices. Welcome to year 4 of the impeachment proceedings. I'm sorry that you've gotten dragged into this. For 3 years, we've heard these outrageous and frankly unbelievable accusations regarding Russian collusion.
Hello.
Accusations that we now know are absolute nonsense. There was no basis at all, despite promises from some members of this committee that they had secret proof that would prove this collusion, and again, we know that it was nonsense. But now in year 4, we apparently move on to Ukraine and quid pro quo, culminating yesterday when the speaker announced that the president would indeed be impeached and removed from office for bribery. And with that statement, I would now feel compelled to ask you, Madam Ambassador, as you sit here before us, very simply and directly, do you have any information regarding the President of the United States accepting any bribes?
No.
Do you have any information regarding any criminal activity that the President of the United States has been involved with at all?
No.
Thank you. Thank you for answering that directly. The American people know this is nonsense. The American people know this is unfair. And I have a prediction regarding this. I think that public support for impeachment is actually going to be less when these hearings are over than it is when the hearings began. Because finally, the American people are going to be able to see the evidence.
What the hell?
They're going to be able to make their own determination regarding that. Now, I want to ask you one thing very quickly,
You
and
say
you can
so.
ask this again and again, but my question is slightly different. You've been asked, as you recognize, that the president, any president, has the ability to ask his ambassadors to serve at will. I'm curious, do you think that's the right policy?
Yeah, I probably think it is.
I do as well. It may be imperfect. There may be times when it's not used perfectly, but I agree with you. It is the right policy. I don't think that we should change that. Now, I'd like to read from some previous statements, including one of your own as well as others, regarding the appropriateness of investigating corruption in the UK from Ms. Fiona Hill. So again, the fact that there are investigations into corruption in the energy sector in Ukraine, as well as Russia and many other countries, is not a surprise. From yourself, your previous testimony question, was it the general understanding that Burisma was a company that suffered from allegations of corruption? Your answer was yes. From Ambassador Sondland, I just am generally aware that Burisma is considered a potentially corrupt company. Would you agree then that it's appropriate to investigate corruption?
I think it's appropriate if it's part of our national strategy. What I would say is that we have a process for doing that. It's called the Mutual Legal Assistance Treaty. We have one with Ukraine, and generally it goes from our Department of Justice.
Thomas, I'm doing my makeup and watching.
And that's the
Girl, I'm doing like a somewhat silent stream because I'm watching these politics right now. So I can't be like completely involved every minute on here. But I still wanted to have a stream so you guys could connect.
Here's $1 of mine. Go ahead and give it to this other country.
But I'm tuned in right now.
You know it's not going to be used for corrupt purposes or against our national interests. And I'll conclude with this because I promised my friend Mr. Jordan I would save him a little bit of time. We mentioned earlier that the vice president, when he went to the Ukraine and called for the specific firing of a specific prosecutor, that he was, as they say, completing official U.S. policy. But the interesting thing is this: the vice president had exactly two countries that were his responsibility at that time, China and the Ukraine. And he has bragged and been very proud of his influence in the previous administration. He says again and again that the Obama administration listened to him, so it doesn't surprise me that they would be fulfilling a policy that this vice president certainly helped to formulate. Mr. Jordan, I leave you.
What the hell?
In Cyprus, I'm sorry, thank you. Clarification, and I will yield for unanimous consent.
I have unanimous consent, Mr. Chairman, that doesn't involve you this time. It's 3 articles, the New York Times article 2004 campaign, the advisors carry foreign policy crew as Clintonian.
I know the gentleman has expired.
Kiev Post, Holbrook to visit Kiev, July 2004. The
I may recognize you later.
Holbrook meets with one Ukrainian
Gentleman's time has expired.
organization. I'd like to have that
Mr.
unanimous
Quigley,
consent.
you're recognized.
Oh my goodness.
Quigley, you're recognized.
Thank you. And Ambassador, it's like a Hallmark movie. You ended up with Georgetown. This is all okay. But it wasn't your preference 7, 8 months ago, correct?
No, it was not.
Wasn't your preference to be the victim of a smear campaign, was it?
No.
Wasn't your preference to be defamed by the President of the United States, including today, was it?
No.
Wasn't your preference to be ousted at seemingly the pinnacle of your career, was it?
No.
You wanted to finish your extended tour, correct?
I did.
What did you want to do after that? Did you know?
I wasn't sure.
There's nothing wrong with Georgetown. It's a fine place, right?
It's a wonderful place.
But it's your only choice at the end of a distinguished career after all that. It's not the end of a Hallmark movie. It's the end of a really bad reality TV show brought to you by someone who knows a lot about that. Why did you
you sought advice from Ambassador Sondland at this time about what to do. Is that correct?
I did.
Why did you reach out to the ambassador?
Because this was clearly so political and was not going to be, the State Department was not in a position, shall we say, to manage the issue. It didn't appear to me. And so I asked Ambassador Sondland, who said that he was a political appointee. He said he was close to the president. And so he had just been in Ukraine for a ship visit with some of his EU colleagues from Brussels. And so I reached out to him for advice. When this was no longer a Ukraine kind of an interview with Mr. Lutsenko, kind of a Ukrainian, but it became sort of the American politicians and pundits, etc., were repeating those allegations. I asked him for advice.
And it meant a lot to you. This was an extraordinary time. And the advice meant a lot. And what was his advice?
Well, he suggested that I needed to go big or go home, and he said that the best thing to do would be to, send out a tweet, praise the president, that sort of thing.
And what was your reaction to that advice?
Well, my reaction was that I'm sure he meant well, but it was not advice that I could really follow. It felt it felt partisan. It felt political, and I just that was not something that I thought was in keeping with my role as ambassador and a foreign service officer.
Did he give you any specific suggestions on what to say about the President of the United States, or just say something nice about him?
Yeah, just to praise him.
Thank you. I yield the balance to the chairman.
I'd like to follow up on Ms. Quigley's line of question and also harken back to something you were asked by Minority Counsel earlier. You were asked a couple of questions. Do you think you could have done more to push back against the smear campaign? And I'm not suggesting this is what the council is getting at, but sometimes victims are asked, aren't you responsible for your own victimization? What would you say to people who say, isn't it kind of your fault, Ambassador?
Hey, y'all.
You didn't fight your own smear harder.
Well, I think that, I've been a foreign service officer for a long time. And just like the military, we have our own culture, we have our own kind of chain of command, so to speak. And I did everything that I could to address these issues and ask the State Department to do what I felt was the right thing, which was support me when it was important to do so, because it was also about supporting the policy. I think it was for others to stand up for me.
I'd agree. Representative Stefanik.
Thank you. Since the chairman has gavelled out all of my colleagues with their unanimous consent, I am going to read for the record many of the chairman's comments in September of the importance of hearing from the whistleblower. Again, Ambassador, thank you for your patience, thank you for your service, but since we haven't been able to conduct ourselves in normal procedures, I'm just
That's why the money
I
was
think I
released.
look like I'm chilling. I'm watching the
So, Mr.
politics.
Chairman, a lot has changed since the whistleblower came forward. Two things in particular. First, most of what the whistleblower
I mean, I
has
guess since
alleged
I'm not
has been
talking,
corroborated
sure.
by the witnesses that we have heard from. Second, the president, who my colleagues so shamelessly continue to defend, continued to pressure, threaten, and intimidate the whistleblower. So I'd like unanimous consent to put into the record a September 26, 2019 article from Business Insider. Trump suggested the whistleblower who filed a complaint against him is guilty of treason, which is punishable by death. Without objection. How about September 26, 2019, Vanity Fair? Trump suggests executing the whistleblower's sources like, quote, in the good old days. Third, without objection. September 29th, whistleblower's lawyer raises fear for client safety. From Axios. Mr. Chairman, the whistleblower has an absolute right to anonymity. The whistleblower's lawyer has said that he fears for his personal safety and will only answer questions now in writing. I wish my colleagues would join me in protecting the whistleblower's right to anonymity. But here, Ms. Yovanovitch, we are here to talk about you and what you witnessed. And you saw a lot as it related to Mr. Giuliani. And I want to read a quote to you from Mr. Giuliani, but first ask you, when you were in Ukraine, you understood that Rudy Giuliani was Donald Trump's personal lawyer. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Are you familiar with Rudy Giuliani's quote in the New York Times describing himself as the lawyer, saying, quote, he basically knows what I'm doing, comma, sure, as his lawyer. Were you familiar with that quote?
It sounds familiar.
And you have a lawyer with you today, Ms. Yovanovitch. And you understand that lawyers act on their client's behalf, is that right?
Yes.
That it would be improper for a lawyer to go outside and interrupt the client.
Lucci, let it go.
Story on May 9, 2019, where Rudy Giuliani says that he intends to visit Ukraine and says, we're not meddling in an election, we're meddling in an investigation. Are you familiar with that quote?
Yes.
That's 11 days before you were removed as ambassador, is that right?
Yes.
He is talking publicly about designs on coming to Ukraine, but what I think is interesting is that Mr. Giuliani says, we're, as in we are. He doesn't say I am not meddling in an election. He doesn't say I'm not meddling in an investigation. He says we. He's speaking for himself and his client. And I want to talk about that quote, we're not meddling in an election, we're meddling in an investigation. Is it proper for you or anyone who acts on behalf of the United States government to meddle in an investigation?
No, I don't believe so.
Why not?
Well, there are law enforcement channels and things need to be handled properly and without any kind of political bias.
Now, this anti-corruption crusader, President Trump, who my colleagues have touted out as having such a great interest in anti-corruption, in both the calls that have been referenced today, the August 21 call and the July 25 call, isn't it true that President Trump never mentions the word corruption?
Yes, that's true.
And as far as the foreign
Interesting.
aid that my colleagues keep
Y'all, I'm
saying,
just
well,
very in
he can't be
tune to the
guilty, he didn't complete the cheat, the aid went to the Ukrainians. Isn't it true that the only reason the aid or the only
politics
time
right
the
now.
aid went to the Ukrainians was
So
after the
that's why we
whistleblower
slightly
complaint
having a
came out?
silent stream.
Yes, it was after the
Slightly.
complaint became out.
So you don't really get points.
And this choice you will take was
Someone
lies.
says, hey, he's got his hand in the cookie jar, and then you take a hand out, which is essentially what my Republican colleagues and the president are trying to take credit for. Finally, I want to put up the disgusting tweet from the president today. I think I know who you are, Ambassador. I think the country knows who you are. He smeared you when you were in Ukraine. He smeared you on that phone call with President Zelensky on July 25. He is smearing you right now as you are testifying. Ambassador Yovanovitch, are the president's smears going to stop you from fighting corruption?
Well, I will continue with my work.
And if If your country asks you again to fight corruption, will you still do that despite the spears?
Yes.
Thank you. I yield back. Mr. Hurd.
Your Excellency, 33 years. Move over here. 33 years.
Hello, Prime.
6 Senior Foreign Service Performance Awards. 5 State Department Superior Honor Awards. The Presidential Distinguished Service Award. And the Secretary's Diplomacy in Human Rights World. You're tough as nails and you're smart as hell. You're a great example of what our ambassadors should be like. You're an honor to your family. You are an honor to the Foreign Service. You are an honor to this country. And I thank you for all that you have done and continue to do on behalf of your country. Now, I'm nervous about what I'm getting ready to do. I want to do a 5-year history of Ukraine in about 45 seconds. And now that you're a professor, you can grade my paper, okay? Valentine's Day 2014, Ukrainian people get fed up with the Ukrainian president Yanukovych. And
Make sure you thumbs up the chat if you have not yet thumbsed it up.
The revolution of dignity. Who was the acting president during that time when Yanukovych went out?
I think it was.
Turchinov, is that how you say it?
Turchinov, thank you for helping me.
Turchinov, okay, excellent. Then in March of 2014, that is when we saw little green men coming into Ukraine, and ultimately the Russians invaded Ukraine and not only try to annex Crimea, but also they invade the entire country in the eastern Donbass as well.
Yes.
Then there was an election, and the Ukrainian president was Poroshenko. That was in June of 2014. Then you came to post in 2016 of August, is that correct?
2 years later.
January 2017, Trump was elected. And in December of 2017 is when the javelins were approved, right? And we saw those javelins delivered in April of 2018 to be put to first use. Then we had Zelensky elected in 2019, April, correct? Now, the Zelensky defeated the previous president, Poroshenko.
Yes.
There's no love lost between those two dudes, is there?
I don't think so.
Okay. And then in May of 2019, Zelensky was sworn in.
Yes.
So my questions, we talk a lot about Rudy Giuliani. Do we know what officials within the Zelensky regime he actually met with? I know two. A gentleman named by Yermak, who was one of Zelensky's senior advisors. And then we also know of the former attorney general that we've already established here, was corrupt, Lushenko, right? And Mr. Lushenko served under Zelensky for a couple of months, up until August, is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
And their parliament basically voted him out, is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
So, if Rudy Giuliani is trying to influence the Zelensky regime, would a guy that worked under the previous regime, under Poroshenko, be the right guy to do it?
So are you saying Mr. Lutsenko?
Yes.
That he,
So did Mr. Lutsenko have much credibility within the Zelensky regime? The current regime?
I don't think so.
He didn't. Now, Mr. Yermak, do you know of any other Ukrainians that Mr. Giuliani was meeting with that was part of the Zelensky regime?
Well, just to remind, I would have already have left Ukraine by that point.
But there was
no, I'm not aware.
Even with the administration to come, right? Zelensky won the election. There was a 2-month period of preparing to be installed as president. Even during that time, were you aware of any contact?
There was, so there is one of the oligarchs, as we've heard about, one of the oligarchs is named Mr. Kolomoisky, and he met with Mr. Fruman and Mr. Parnas, and that was apparently to get a meeting for Mr. Giuliani.
And those are not people that were actually in government or became in the Zelensky regime. Is that correct?
No.
Mr. Chairman,
Ambassador, for your 33 years of service to our nation. A big question here today is why you were pushed aside as ambassador. For example, Americans know that an employer has a right to fire an employee, but they shouldn't do it for certain reasons. You shouldn't be fired because you're disabled, because you're a woman, because you're black, and for other reasons. And I think most Americans agree that a president shouldn't fire an ambassador or recall an ambassador because the ambassador is standing in his way of doing a corrupt act. So I want to ask you, did the president ever tell you why he was
Interesting.
recalling you?
No.
Did anybody at the White House ever tell you why you were being recalled?
No.
Did the president ever consult you about who the good guys and the bad guys were in the Ukraine?
I'm sorry. I'm
Did
tuned into the
Secretary
politics,
Pompeo
y'all. I
ever
can't
tell
miss
you
it.
why you were being recalled?
No.
And it appears in the testimony that we've heard in the Intelligence Committee so far that there were a group of the president's men.
What is
perhaps
everyone
Secretary
else
Kerry,
doing? Is anybody else
Rudy
watching?
Giuliani,
I mean, I know
Ambassador
Blended
Sondland,
Beauty was.
who were
Anybody
in on
else?
the scheme to help the president get the Bidens and Burisma investigated. And I want to put aside President Trump for just a
Crime.
second
Okay.
and ask you, in all of your years of service, have you ever come across a president,
Dante. Thank you,
been asked by a
Dante.
president, or known of colleagues who were asked by an American president
I know. I'm doing things a little different
to
today.
have to help that president
Somewhat
get
of
an
a
American
silent stream because I'm
investigator
tuned
overseas?
in to all of this.
I'm not aware of that.
And if a president asked you to investigate a former vice president for this purpose, what would you have said?
I mean, with what I know today, I would have said no.
And would you have considered it an unlawful act?
I don't know that it's unlawful per se, but I think again that there are channels for conducting proper investigations, and that would have been the best way to handle something like this.
But certainly it's bizarre for a president to ask that some American be investigated by another government.
It's very unusual.
And also, you mentioned that there is corruption in Ukraine. Ukraine isn't the only country that confronts corruption. If the people in power in a country where corruption is rampant are being asked by a foreign leader who's got a lot of leverage over them to conduct an investigation, could that be dangerous? Because they could trump up charges against someone if they wanted.
Okay.
And I also want to ask you, I spoke to Ambassador Kent. He made a comment yesterday about selective prosecutions and what it means going forward, what kind of precedent it sets. And you've spoken about a dangerous precedent for the State Department and for diplomats. But I want you to help us consider the precedent going forward. If there's no consequences for President Trump, or really any president who does this, what are the consequences for this country and for any American, not just a former vice president or presidential candidate or even somebody in politics, but a person in business who does business in Saudi Arabia or some other country? If a president is going to speak to another head of state or some foreign official,
Y'all make sure you thumbs
and
up
try
the
to get that
chat.
person investigated, what does that mean for the future of the country and for Americans?
I think that investigations, prosecutions, judicial decisions properly should remain with investigators, prosecutors, and the courts. And
Sorry.
I think that, as I said before, I think Senator Vandenberg, when he said that politics needs to stop at the water's edge, I think he was right in that.
I'll yield back to the chairman.
Mr. Ratcliffe, thank the chairman, and Ambassador Yovanovitch, I'd like to join all of my colleagues on both sides of the aisle in thanking you for your service. I'd like to ask you about your earlier testimony about your Senate confirmation, and Congresswoman Stefanik had asked you State Department had prepared you to answer questions about Burisma and Hunter Biden specifically. You recall that?
Yes.
And
Yes.
she mentioned that you had been asked or been prepared for a question about Hunter Biden's role on the board of Burisma, but I don't think that you gave us the answer or answers that the Obama-Biden State Department prepared you to give in response to that question. Do you remember what those answers were?
It was something along the lines of, I would refer you to the Vice President's office on that.
So did they, in the course of that, brief you about the amount of money that Hunter Biden was being paid by Burisma?
No, this wasn't part of a briefing. I mean, I had sort of big old books with
Right.
questions that might come up.
In preparation for your confirmation. And they thought that Hunter Biden's role at Burisma might be significant enough that it would come up during your confirmation. Is that correct?
Apparently so. I mean, there were hundreds of questions.
Well, hundreds of questions, but were there hundreds of companies? How many companies other than Burisma did the Obama-Biden State Department prepare you to give answers for? And if so, if there were others, which ones?
I just don't recall.
You don't recall that there were any other companies, is that correct?
I'm quite sure there probably were some companies, but I mean, you know, this is a while ago and I don't recall.
But you specifically recall Burisma?
Yes.
All right. Out of thousands of companies in the Ukraine, the only one that you recall the Obama-Biden State Department preparing you to answer questions about was the one where the vice president's son was on the board. Is that fair?
Yes.
You understood from Deputy Assistant Secretary George Kent's testimony, as it's been related to you, that he testified a few days ago. Do you understand that that arrangement, Hunter Biden's role on the Burisma board, caused him enough concern that, as he testified in his statement, that in February of 2015, I raised my concern that Hunter Biden's status as a board member could create the perception of a conflict of interest. He went on to talk about the vice president's responsibilities over the Ukrainian policy as one of those factors. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
That it was a legitimate concern to raise?
I think that it could raise the appearance of a conflict of interest.
And did you discuss that ever with Mr. Kent?
I don't believe so.
Shortly before your confirmation in August of 2016, Prosecutor General Shokin was fired by President Poroshenko, correct?
Yes.
And Prosecutor General Shokin was the one who had opened the investigation into Burisma, correct?
I think that's right, but I'm not actually sure.
He was in charge of it, at least at that point in time, as the Prosecutor General.
Mhm.
And are you aware of the very public statements by the Vice President that firing of the Prosecutor General occurred in March of 2016, 6 hours after the Vice President told President Poroshenko that he needed to fire the Prosecutor General or that he wouldn't receive $1 billion from the United States? You recall that?
Yes.
All right. And do you think that raises a potential concern or conflict of interest that the Vice President of the United States was ordering the firing of the prosecutor in charge of a company that has been identified as one that is substantially corrupt?
I actually don't. I don't think that the view that Mr. Shokin was not a good prosecutor general fighting corruption, I don't think that had anything to do with the Burisma case.
But the legitimate concern about Hunter Biden's role was legitimate, correct?
I think it creates a concern that there could be an appearance of.
Well, based on your testimony, Ambassador, I'd like to renew my request, Mr. Chairman, that Hunter Biden's testimony that has been requested.
The gentleman has expired.
Requested by the Republicans be considered
The gentleman's expired.
as legitimate rather than as a sham, as the referred to by the chairman.
Your time is
I have
expired.
a unanimous,
Mr. Heck,
I have a
you're
unanimous
recognized.
consent request.
Not recognized, Mr. Heck, you are.
Ambassador, I'd like to thank you very much. Add my voice of gratitude for your years of service. Frankly, you're the best of this nation. And I cannot think of anybody else I would rather have representing us in a foreign capital than you. My colleagues have gone to a great deal of effort to better understand the facts surrounding your removal. I think the facts are pretty clear. There was a smear campaign, and it was orchestrated by a corrupt Ukrainian prosecutor, the president's attorney, the president's son, and even some of the president's allies at his favorite TV station. So that campaign led to your removal, despite 33 years of outstanding service, progressive responsibility, and awards. And so I kind of sit here with a mix of emotions. On the one hand, there's some pride and gratitude for all your outstanding service, and on the other hand, I'm angry, like my friend from Connecticut. In fact, I'm very angry about how it is the most powerful person on the face of the earth would remove you from office after your stellar service.
Hey, chapter 2, mommy of 2.
To characterize you as bad news, and then to ominously threaten that you're going to go through some things. So I am angry, but I'm not surprised. After all, as was suggested earlier, he said the whistleblower may have committed treason, a crime punishable by death, even though the whistleblower strictly adhered to the letter of the law as independently attested to by both the Trump-appointed Inspector General and the acting DNI. After all, he even demeaned the memory of Senator McCain after he lied in his grave at the Naval Academy grounds, despite a lifetime of public service and serving 6 years as a prisoner of war in a tiny cell in Hanoi, being beaten and tortured every day. And after all, he belittled the Gold Star Khan family, whose son, Captain Khan, gave his last full measure of devotion out of love for this country. And let me tell you, as somebody whose older brother never saw his 35th birthday because of service in the Vietnam War, those words are deeply offensive. Words matter. And the words leveled against you.
And I got to wait an hour for my next class. Oh my goodness. College life at 32. Well, you doing it, girl. That's all that matters. My sister is 36 and she's back in college, so I have an idea of what you're going through, sis. Yeah, my sister, yes, she's 36. Yeah, just turned, 30.
The nature and quality of the service you have rendered to
Yeah.
our great nation. Not a thing. And there is not a thing he can say or do
Yeah.
that will diminish our gratitude to you.
And she's back
for
in
that
college,
service.
too.
And I thank you again for it.
Thank you.
So as to the larger point, I would like you to answer, what does this mean to Ukraine when the United States actually engages in the kind of behavior that we are attempting to discourage them from engaging in, namely a politically motivated prosecution?
Yeah, my sister,
What does
she's
that
back
mean
in
to
college.
them?
She's
What does that mean
36,
to them in
married
their
with 2
struggling efforts
kids.
to become a
My
robust
2 nieces.
democracy? What's the impact in Ukraine for this behavior?
Well, I think Ukraine, like many countries, looks to us for the power of our example. And I think that when we engage in questionable activities, that raises a question. And
But you got this, girl.
it emboldens
There,
those who
got a
are
degree.
corrupt, who don't want to see Ukraine become
You know, it's a back and forth situation because
free market
on one
economy.
hand, people with, you know what, it depends on what you're going into. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to school to be a nurse, if you're going for like certain things like that, then yeah. But certain things with schooling, you've got people that are coming out with these major debts, can't get a job to save their life. They're taking jobs that are less than what they're qualified for. You know what I mean? You got people with college degrees taking part-time jobs. It's just a mess. It's a whole bunch of different factors to it. That's why, like, if you're going into a specialized field, then awesome. Because it's definitely difficult out there, you know. That's why it's definitely good to get an education, but also try to do your own thing so that you don't have to depend on these jobs, because these jobs are not the way they used to be. Like back in my mother's generation, you could instantly get out of college, get a good job, buy a home, all that good stuff. Now people are just left with mounds of debt. These jobs don't keep people the way that they used to. You know what I mean? It's rare you hear about somebody being on a job for 10, 20 years anymore. Like, this generation can't barely get a job that lasts past 1 year, 2 years, let alone 5. You know?
Well, I think we saw that in real time today.
Well, see, you know, that's good because it's a specialized field. You know what I mean?
And I'm dead serious about it because I believe the chairman.
Thank you, Sean and Casey.
He's a very serious, sober guy. Yeah. And when he brought up that charge right after the president.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Basically attacking her whole career is causing trouble around the world in a way to perhaps chill him. Show her rather. I think the interesting thing this afternoon is I really believe in the sort of the weak link in the chain theory. Never say something that's the weakest thing you're going to say all day, because that will be used against you. And I've watched that very careful testimony by the former ambassador. When she was asked about the possible appearance of a conflict of interest in the former vice president of the United States having a son working at $50K a month for someone who's under the observation of the Attorney General of Ukraine, instead of defending that, which would have made her look partisan, and I think would have made her incredible, she said yes. So I think they were hoping they could catch her as a partisan or a never Trumper, and in the very moment when and by the way, they've been waiting for this all day. Hunter Biden thing, they've been just waiting for that one. We'll probably get more of that, but they've been waiting for that all day. She said, yeah, you got me. It's a good appearance. It's appearance of a conflict, and it's seriously, who doesn't think it is? By the way, is there anyone who doesn't think it's an appearance of a conflict of interest on this planet? So I thought she was very sharp not to give them the weak link. But their problem today is they have a president who continues to commit crimes today. And at least in the assessment of the chairman of this committee, which means he's going to act on this. It's going to be the headline tomorrow morning in all the major papers, top of the fold, right hand. The major story is going to be Trump accused of witness tampering yesterday.
So I don't know if our cameras can zoom in on this, but the front page of the
Eating
Wall
chips
Street
and salsa in my
Journal
car. I feel you.
national newspaper is one that Donald Trump seems to like the most, to the degree that Real News gets in front of him at all. I think this is the Real News.
Yeah, so I started my own business. I went to school for many different degrees, and at the end of the day, those jobs were obsolete, or I couldn't get a job in that field, so I had to exactly. That's what I'm saying, and that's why for myself, you know, I mean, first of all, I'm in entertainment, so that's just a whole different type of thing, and I've been lucky enough to have my own money and do certain things. But I've also worked, you know, I've also worked real jobs as well, mainly in the spa industry and just running spas, like I've done that. But at the same time, I took any money that I worked on a real job and invested that into myself. You know what I mean? The whole point for me is to take their money and invest it in myself so that I ain't got to work for nobody. You know?
Personal representative who's under federal criminal investigation. And there are a whole host of issues that arose today.
You know, and I started learning more about, you know, investments and smart investments and real estate and property, things like that. You know, investment properties, just to have other things outside of entertainment that I can have that can be lucrative for me, you know?
You have Republicans acting like they're at their party's summer convention. You have Elise Stefanik campaigning for something, using the time she keeps getting from other members' times to just lay into Adam Schiff over and over again, to take on the whistleblower, take on other procedural things. It would appear that there's some rumor floating that there's a primetime slot open at Fox.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. But it also felt like that this witness did so well this morning. and then for the president to do what he did, that these members knew that there was a little cleanup on aisle 5 they needed to do. So you saw
You have to
Republicans
reinvest
spending
in
5
yourself at
minutes
the end of the
just
day.
complimenting the witness.
Yep.
And then they pivoted to
The
this
only
bogus
one
claim
got to
about
make
how
sure you
if we
keep
could
going
only
for
learn
your
the identity
future.
of a
Exactly.
whistleblower, this all would go away. Well, you know, we've all given the analogy over and over again. All of us have been prosecutors. When someone
Exactly,
tells the tip line
because
and tells you there's going to be an armed robbery down the road.
this is not the generation
police go
anymore of
investigate the
jobs
armed
that are,
robbery, and even if the
you know,
government
keeping
agrees with the
people
money,
for
they
20,
continue
30
to investigate
years
it, and
where people can
nobody
actually
is
stay
focused
on
on
from
the
youth
tipster.
until
This
retirement age. Like, that's
report by the
very
whistleblower. You
rare.
always talk about brick
So,
upon
you know,
brick
if you're
upon
depending
brick
on the
of
man,
corroboration. I mean, we have really built a house of corroboration around this whistleblower's
you have
complaint.
to
The fact that they're trying to go back to this lame thing, oh, well, why aren't we seeing
on
the
vacation yet.
whistleblower? Just
Oh yeah, I
shove
did.
them
I just
in.
went
Just
on
shove them
my
in.
Tahoe
That's been
trip.
more
If
than
you
4
guys have not
months.
yet
They're having a
seen
very bad
my
day. You know, I spent
vlogs, I vlogged, and I have 2 videos up right now. If you have not yet seen those, please go and watch them. My vacation vlogs from Tahoe, please.
And everything that they try to land on this impeccable witness, this lifelong, really an American hero.
It was just a nice little quick little, what was like 3 or 4 days, because I'm going out of town next month to Cabo. Now that I'll be gone for like a week.
Anything she says or does could be exploited by either side. But similarly, she will not take any guff from Republicans who wanted to land something on her saying, well, didn't the president have the right to fire her? She said, sure, but why do you have to smear me while he was at it?
Yeah, that was an important clapback moment, I think, because what she was doing was undermining the premise of the question, which was nothing happened here. This was just a president exercise.
I'll definitely get to it. We went on vacation too. Just got back from Los Angeles. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm in LA all the dang time. I mean, my sister lives out there, but I'm always in LA.
What prompted it? No answer. And on the
How'd you guys enjoy it? How'd you like it?
President, which was the most exciting time in the sense that a pro-democracy, anti-corruption, not controlled by Moscow candidate was now going to serve in the executive in Ukraine. But the other thing, and going back to all the previous comments, what's so stark about coming back to the whistleblower is their very complaint about the whistleblower when the complaint was first publicized was that it was all based on hearsay. Their complaint about witnesses that the Democrats are calling is based on they're only testifying to hearsay. So now they're complaining that a whistleblower who will come forward, who will only be able to testify to hearsay, is not being allowed to come testify. So
Yeah, there you are. We're lucky not to the Republicans contradicting and undermining their own messages. Imagine that. Ambassador McFall is back. Ambassador McFall, I'd like you
Right now,
to
I'm on
just
car on
help me
vacation
through something.
from my kids till I get home.
About career public servants with no affinity for Republicans or Democrats trying to stand between
Sound like my
Donald
sister.
Trump and his pro-Putin conduct.
Well, it is a theme, and it does link earlier years-long of discussion.
I hear
which
you,
certainly,
girl.
By undermining the relationship with Ukraine, you strengthen Putin, and that that is part of the story here. I want to emphasize one other thing, though, Nicole. I think it's getting a bit lost because it happens. We're here for hours and hours and hours. I want to go back to the very beginning. The very beginning argument that was laid out by Chairman Schiff in the early stages of this testimony was that there's a reason why Ambassador Yovanovitch was removed. That's because she was getting in the way of the drug deal. And I don't like to call it an alternative foreign policy. I like drug deal, John Bolton. It was a side deal to advance his electoral interests. They wanted to open an investigation of Hunter Biden. That's why Giuliani was meeting with Yuri Lutsenko. We've now been here 6 or 7 hours. I've lost track.
Guys, make sure you thumbs up the chat if you are new in the chat, or if you have been in the chat and have not yet thumbs it up. Please thumbs up the chat. Always thumbs it up on your way in. Thumbs it up, thumbs it up, thumbs it up. Woo woo.
have several Republicans talking about
Thank you,
how
thank you, thank
incredible,
you.
And awesome Ambassador Yovanovitch
I've seen the
was
videos. It's nice how you and your
Even if
parents
that
enjoy
only
the
further
time
begs
together.
the
Yeah,
case,
we.
why then was she removed,
They are like my
especially
favorite
on a
people to travel
non-duration
with,
day,
or
one of the
anything,
most important
honestly.
events in the history of Ukraine, she's flying home to DC. That
We
suggests
definitely
there's
have a lot
another
of
reason,
fun
and they have
together.
not
We
once
just
offered an
work
alternative
very
explanation.
well together.
All right, so let me bring it back to, I think you're getting at the root causes of the campaign.
We have a
against
really
her,
good time
her
together.
removal, and suggesting, I believe you're suggesting that the root causes aren't being addressed in a televised hearing for Congress. But let me read some of the root causes in Marie Yovanovitch's testimony. This is from her statement this morning. She said this many hours ago. I've lost count too.
And we have a ball traveling together. Like, I don't be feeling like I need friends. I'm like, I got my parents. I'll be fine.
That is to do the mission. We're able to successfully conduct
Alan, hello, 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 Crooks. Hello, hello, hello. Make sure you thumbs up the chat if you have not yet thumbs up the chitty chat chat. Thumbs it up, thumbs it up, thumbs it up.
Fully understood that the allegations were false and the sources highly suspect.
Let's get it to 25. Let's get the chat up to 25.
Sort of this diplomacy speak of irregular channels. This was
Thumbs it up, thumbs it up. Reminds me of the day. Oh my God, yelling that out. I know. He was killing me. I'm like, bro, please.
Just explain for our viewers what she was blocking.
Mr. Giuliani was meeting with
Alan
Gary
Crooks.
Lutsenko, then the prosecutor general, to get him to open an investigation of Hunter Biden. Why did he want to do that? Because Vice President Biden at the time was the leading opponent of President Trump for next election, whether he was or not.
He
in the
was
future,
getting on my
back then
last
he
nerves
was.
that day.
That's why he's talking to Lutsenko. There's no other reason. This notion that they were concerned with corruption of all the corrupt companies and individuals in Ukraine. Why are they focused on one American? They don't even talk about the company, by the way. One American who serves on the board of directors. Obviously, it's because he's the son of the vice president and a future possible presidential candidate next year. Ambassador Yovanovitch wanted nothing of this. She thought this was wrong. She took on Prosecutor General Lutsenko for this and many other things, by the way. That's why they then went to the president and said, we got to get rid of this ambassador. And remember, President Trump doesn't seem to know many of his ambassadors. We just learned a few weeks ago, he barely even knows Ambassador Sondland. This notion that somehow her performance in Ukraine was wrong and that he was going to get into the weeds of that, by the way, just to underscore, incredibly unprecedented for somebody to be removed midterm in their career, midterm in their assignment, I mean. That, let's just be clear, this was to do with the drug deal. And I think we need to keep getting back to that and not getting too distracted. And the smearing was bad, but it was for a reason. We need to keep asking, why was Yovanovitch removed? It's because she was trying to block this alternative thing to help the president be reelected.
A perfect summary. Ambassador Yovanovitch is back. Let's listen.
To order. Mr. Jordan, recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ambassador, thank you for being here. Thank you for your service to our country. Ambassador, should ambassadors ever try to influence host country elections?
No.
I think you said in your opening statement, partisanship of this type is not compatible with the role of a career foreign service officer. Is that right?
Yeah.
But that's exactly what happened in 2016. In August of 2016, the very month you went to Ukraine as our ambassador, the Ukrainian ambassador here in the United States, Ambassador Charlie, wrote an op-ed in The Hill, said this: Trump's comments send wrong message. So the very month you're over there as our ambassador to Ukraine,
Politics.
Ambassador Charlie writes that op-ed, and it wasn't just that attack, as Mr. Castor got into earlier. It wasn't just that attack on the president. We had former Ukrainian Prime Minister Yatsenyuk, who criticized candidate Trump. We had Mr. Avakov.
Watching the ambassador to Ukraine.
Mr. Avakov was the individual who first alerted you to the efforts of Mr. Giuliani. Mr. Avakov, back during this same time period, in the months just prior to the 2016 election, called then candidate Trump all kinds of names, called him terrorist. And of course, you have Mr. Leshchenko, a member of parliament, who was was a source for Fusion GPS and the now somewhat famous dossier that flowed from Fusion's work. He said this in the Financial Times again in August of 2016 when you first arrived in Ukraine. He said this: the majority of Ukrainians,
Yeah, I'm watching
are on Hillary Clinton's side.
MSNBC is my channel.
So you had several high-ranking officials in the government, in the Ukrainian government, and when President Poroshenko is president of Ukraine, criticized President Trump, then candidate Trump, all in the late summer and fall of 2016. What I want to know, Ambassador, when this was all happening, did you go talk to anyone in the Ukrainian government about this? Did you go say to some of these officials, hey, you guys need to knock this off, this perception that we got, as Mr. Lyshenko said, the majority of Ukrainian politicians on Hillary Clinton's side, that's not good. Did you have that conversation?
No.
Didn't talk to anyone in the government? Talk to President Poroshenko?
No.
Didn't alert anyone in the government?
No.
Well, one of the things we've heard so much over the last 6 weeks in depositions, and frankly in the hearing on Wednesday, is how important bipartisan support is for Ukraine. Democrats and Republicans agree they want to help Ukraine. In fact, the Democrats' first witness, their star witness on Wednesday, Mr. Taylor said Ukraine's most important strategic asset is this bipartisan support. And you would agree with that, right?
I do.
He said this in his testimony on Wednesday. On September 11th, I learned that the hold had been lifted the next day. Ambassador Taylor said, I conveyed this news to President Zelensky and the Ukrainian foreign minister, and I reminded Mr. Yarmak of the high strategic value of bipartisan support for Ukraine and the importance of not getting involved in other countries' elections. So what I'm wondering is, this is the day after the aid's been lifted that Ambassador Taylor made this statement to the Ukrainian government. And he makes this after there's nothing been done by Ukraine to influence our election. Because President Zelensky didn't announce he was doing an investigation and the aid was lifted. But he felt he needed to say that. But in 2016, when we know that the majority of Ukrainian politicians want Clinton to win, because it was said by a member of parliament, when the ambassador to the United States from Ukraine writes an op-ed criticizing then candidate Trump, when Mr. Avakov calls candidate Trump all kinds of names, nobody goes and talks to us and tells him to knock it off. Did you have any conversations, Ambassador, with Victoria Nuland or Secretary of State Perry about what was going on in 2016 and this majority of Ukrainian politicians being for candidate Clinton and not opposed to President Trump?
No, I did not.
No one did anything. No one did anything. You see what? Maybe the president was a little concerned about what went on in Ukraine. And you couple that with the corruption level that we know exists in Ukraine, you add to that this idea that he's not a big fan of foreign aid, why he might be a little concerned about sending the hard-earned tax dollars of the American people to Ukraine.
I'm sorry, is there a question there?
There was.
Okay, could you repeat it, please?
I'm asking.
I think the gentleman's expired, but I'll let him to repeat the question.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm asking, maybe we can kind of see why the president was a little concerned when you have the highest-ranking officials in the government, the ambassador criticizing him, parliamentary member Lyshenko criticizing him, when you have Avakov, the guy who first told you about Giuliani, criticizing him. All this going on, and when you couple that with the concerns he has about corruption, the concerns he has about Europe not doing enough, the concerns he has about reluctance to send in the hard-earned tax dollars to any country.
Jordan, I have indulged you with extra time, but
I appreciate it.
Indulgence is wearing out.
I appreciate it.
There is a question.
Our indulgence wore out with you a long time ago, Mr. Chairman. I'll tell you that.
I'm about to gavel you down, so if you have a question, I suggest you.
I'm asking her, do you think there's maybe a reason that this was that President Trump's concern was justified?
You know, I can't speak for the president on this, but what I would say is you've listed a number of actions. I think from my point of view, that doesn't create a Ukrainian government strategy to interfere in our election.
I didn't say that.
Mr. Jordan, Please allow the ambassador to answer the question.
So I would just say that, you know, U.S. politicians will often criticize policies of foreign counterparts, even perhaps during their elections. You know, this happens in politics, and I think that it doesn't necessarily constitute interference.
Would you ever write an op-ed or New York Times? A presidential candidate in Ukraine.
Jordan, your time has expired. Mr. Welch, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Like everybody here, I'm extraordinarily grateful to you for your career of public service, and I feel very badly about what you've had to endure. Like your colleagues, you don't complain. You're doing your job. I feel badly about the insults, the tweet this morning, the fact that you were smeared, not fired. But the question, as you know, is not how you were treated. The question is why the president did what he did, and whether what he did was a breach of trust. The question really is about whether the President of the United States, any president, has the authority to withhold congressionally approved aid, to condition a White House meeting on extracting from a foreign leader a willingness to assist him in his political campaign. That's the question. And that brings us to you as part of this story, because the question is, why were you fired from that position? I want to read a portion of the president's call on July 25th with President Zelensky. And this is the painful part when you first heard about it. The former ambassador from the United States, the woman, was bad news, and the people she was dealing with in Ukraine were bad news. So I just want to let you know that. The other thing, he goes right into this. There's a lot of talk about Biden's son, that Biden stopped the prosecution. And a lot of the people want to find out about that, so whatever you can do with the Attorney General would be great. You indicated in response to my colleague Mr. Castro's question that if you were asked to approach a foreign leader and condition American support on their being involved in our campaign, you would refuse to do that.
Yes, yes.
And you're aware now, but I don't know if you were then, but that July 25th phone call occurred the day after Director Mueller reported that the interference in our 2016 campaign was not from Ukraine. It was active, concerted, energetic, and
yes.
Now, as ambassador, you had no knowledge of whatever it is President Trump ultimately seems to have wanted to get for cooperation in this investigation. Isn't that's correct?
Yes.
Now, you've been asked about whether a president has authority to replace an ambassador, and you have agreed that that's the president's prerogative.
Yes, that's true.
But that assumes that the reasons are not related to the personal, private, political interest of the president at the expense of our national security, right?
Yes.
And you've been the target of insults from the president. You join some very distinguished company, by the way. Senator McCain, General Kelly, man I admire, I think all of us do, General Mattis. We're not here to talk about that, unless the reason you get insulted as you did today, essentially blaming you for Somalia, is if this is another step by the president to intimidate witnesses. He didn't intimidate you, you're here. can expect the Trump treatment if they come forward? That's a question for us. Now, you also indicated that the president has a prerogative to appoint a non-career person, and to be candid, Republican presidents and Democratic presidents have done that. Mr. Sondland's transcript is out, and he was someone who indicated that everything hinged, the White House meeting and the release of the vital defensive aid, everything hinged on the President Zelensky being willing to do that investigation that would benefit the Trump campaign. You're aware of that?
Yes,
And you've indicated that's something that you would not agree to do,
yes,
and Sondland was quite willing to do.
apparently so.
I thank you for your professional service, and I yield back.
Thank you.
Mr. Maloney.
Ambassador Yovanovitch, thank you for being here. It's been a long day. You know, the first time we met, it wasn't clear, so I just want to start with a quick comment. But, you know, your testimony in this inquiry broke the dam. You were the first one through that stone wall that the president was trying to set up. And I just want to thank you for that, because others have followed your example. There's an old expression that first person through the wall gets a little bit bloody. And I think you must understand that expression
What's
in
up?
any
What?
way.
My phone died. We back. We had a good time in Los Angeles. We had business to do. We're checking on our friend's home. They haven't burnt down. Luckily, their home was saved. Oh my goodness! Thank goodness. Yeah, thank goodness that their home is okay.
You said you were at the embassy in Ukraine.
Check
You were honoring
on
a Ukrainian
later.
woman.
Bye, little lady. Thank you, Sean and Casey. Yes, please, guys, make sure you go and check out my my last 2 travel vlogs. Thank you.
Yeah, Embassy Keys.
Thank you, guys.
Right. And of course, that's the day you get a call from Carol Perez, senior member of the Foreign Service. Did you know Carol Perez?
Yes,
You're both senior women in the Foreign Service. You had an opportunity to meet her before.
yes.
And she says there's trouble coming. Want to give you a heads up. Correct me if I get this wrong. And I don't know a lot, but it's coming
Wow,
from the White House. I'll call
lucky.
you later.
Thank goodness their home was safe.
Sums it up.
But you're literally that evening honoring this anti-corruption activist. Is that right?
Yes,
And not just any woman, but a woman who was, you said, horribly attacked and killed for her efforts. And she wasn't just killed. You said I believe that someone threw acid on her.
that's correct.
And I went and I checked during the break, and it turns out she was horribly injured, and it took 4 months for her to die. Is that right?
A very painful death.
Why would somebody attack her with acid? There are easier ways to kill people. Why do you think they did it with acid?
Well, I think they wanted her out of the way, but I think the message was this could happen to you too if you continue her work.
That's what happens when you go up against corrupt people in Ukraine.
It is something that can happen. I mean, there are other ways of sidelining people.
Do you remember speaking at that event?
I do.
I went and looked at what you said. You said, Katerina paid the ultimate price for her fearlessness in fighting against corruption and for her determined efforts to build a democratic Ukraine. You remember saying that?
Yes.
And then your phone rings. And you hear this trouble up the street. And Carol Perez called you back later that night, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was 1 a.m., I believe.
Yes.
Were you sleeping?
No.
You stayed up
Yes.
to get the phone call.
Yes.
And that's when she says 2 things, I believe, that really stuck with me. She said, we're worried about your security.
Yes.
You've just been honoring a woman who was killed for fighting for her anti-corruption efforts. And she says, you got to get on the next plane. Was she speaking euphemistically? Get on the next plane, when you get time? Did she mean literally the next plane?
Well, I think she meant, as soon as possible. But pretty much it was the next one.
And that's a pretty good flight back from Kyiv to Washington, and you're on your way to meet with Deputy Secretary Sullivan.
Yes.
And he says to you 2 things. He says there was a concerted effort against you, and he says you've done nothing wrong.
Ukraine, yeah.
And when what I'm fascinated about is when he says you've done nothing.
Are you
wrong,
watching
what
it
do you
too,
expect
Alan?
The United States government would do next.
You know, it was pretty clear that a decision had been made by the president, implemented by the State Department, that I had to leave Ukraine. But I'd hope that there would be more public support.
Okay, cool.
Did you expect them to have your back?
Yes.
Wow.
And were you surprised when you found out they weren't going to?
Not at that point anymore.
Why?
Well, because over the last several months, that had not been the case.
Ma'am, in your opening statement, you said, how could our system fail like this? How is it that foreign corrupt interests could manipulate our government? How could our system fail like this? How is it that foreign corrupt interests could manipulate our government? I want you to know, ma'am, that is the very question we are determined to get an answer for. And I want to thank you on behalf of your country for your service and with our work in answering that question. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Ms. Demings.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. Ambassador, everyone in this room should be thankful for your service to our nation. I have 4 little girls in my life, and as I sit here thinking about them, and as a woman, I could not be prouder of you, and I consider you an inspiration for women around the world. I just have to say before I get into my...
Let me see who she is. Okay.
Thinking about them, and as a woman,
Intelligence
I could not be prouder of
Committee,
you.
Democrat, Florida.
I consider you an inspiration for women around the world. I just have to say before I get into my
It's a mess.
questioning is, I think it's disgraceful to hear my colleagues refer to your sworn testimony as a performance today, or speak in a condescending way, basically suggesting that the woman, because I think that's how the president referred to you, I'm not sure he knows your name or there's some other meaning there, but to basically suggest that the woman should be thankful for whatever she was left with, smear campaign and all, after you were recalled. But I want you to know today that we thank you for your service, your 33 years of service. Ambassador, on a press conference call on October 17th, acting White House Chief of Staff Mulvaney discussed his belief that it's entirely appropriate to politicize U.S. foreign policy. Here's what he said. If you read the news reports and you believe them, what did McKinley say yesterday? Well, McKinley said yesterday that he was really upset with the political influence in foreign policy. That was one of the reasons he was so upset about this. And I have news for everybody. Get over it. There is going to be political influence in foreign policy. Ambassador Yovanovitch, do you share the concern raised by Ambassador McKinley in testimony before this committee about political influence in foreign policy?
Well, as I said before, I think it's important to keep political influence out of foreign policy because we all, whether we are Republican or Democrats or something else, have common security interests, and that needs to be safeguarded and advanced.
And what message do you think it sends to other foreign service officers and public service, which we so desperately need good ones?
The right's way. Hey, hey, hey.
To support its own officials in the face of a smear campaign.
Hey.
Well, it's deeply
We're like,
It's deeply
we're
troubling.
watching
There are
politics right now.
issues at the State Department.
Morale issues at the State Department. I can understand why. On March 20th of 2019, President Trump tweeted an article that included a letter from Representative Pete
Of
Sessions.
course, and that's why Chump, you know, he was basically,
Disdain for the current administration in a way that might call
you know,
for the expulsion
like you
of
said, their hands are tied
EU
because,
ambassador to Ukraine.
I mean, you could see even the president when he was saying no pressure, no pressure, he looked like a child, you know what I mean? And Chump, of course, because he's like, okay, if you're not going to do what I want you to do, then you're not going to get any money. That's just the way it's going to work.
I don't know.
Sick. He's sick.
Policies change, but U.S.
Disgusting.
interests
Freaking disgusting.
not for those who are seeking to do the work of protecting our nation, the work you have done for decades. The President, his Chief of Staff, and his allies seem to want nothing more than to smear the good people trying to protect this country and to hijack our
You
institutions
damn Skippy.
for their personal and political gain. Again, Ambassador, we thank you so much for your service, and I'll yield my remaining time to the chairman.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlewoman. I'm going to go to Mr. Krishnamurthy.
Good afternoon, Ambassador, and thank you to the family as well for being here in support of you today. I'd like to direct you to an area of bipartisanship, namely aid to Ukraine.
Grandpa Trump needs a nap. You damn right.
Basis have appropriated hundreds of millions of dollars in military assistance to Ukraine, correct?
Yes.
And that aid is being used by Ukraine to fight a common adversary, namely Russia, right?
Yes.
The U.S., in fact, has consistently partnered with other European countries to keep Russia at bay and maintain the peace in Europe, right?
Yes.
As Ambassador Taylor suggested earlier this week, supporting Ukraine helps maintain peace so that Americans don't have to go to war again in Europe, right?
Yes.
Suspending that aid and weakening Ukraine can increase the likelihood of the opposite, correct?
Yes, it is extremely short-sighted.
The last time you were in Ukraine was May 20th of this year, right?
Yes.
In his opening statement, Ambassador Taylor said he took charge in Ukraine on June 17th.
Yes.
Therefore, there was almost a 1-month gap between the time you departed and when Taylor took over, right?
Yes. Yes.
During that time, on May 20th, Ambassador Sondland, Rick Perry, and others came to the inauguration of President Zelensky, right?
Yes.
And during that gap in time, Ambassador Sondland visited the White House along with others and got directions from President Trump to talk to Rudy. Those were his words. Talk to Rudy about what to do in Ukraine, right?
That's my understanding.
In other words, isn't it the case that your departure
Absolutely, Alan.
and the 1-month gap between the time you left and when Ambassador Taylor arrived provided the perfect opportunity for another group of people to basically take over Ukraine policy? Isn't that right? Ambassador, you're going to have to speak a little louder into the mic.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. On page 10 of your opening statement, you mentioned, quote unquote, corrupt interests apparently hijacking our Ukraine policy, right?
Yes.
A couple suspect individuals in that regard were Lev Parnas and Igor Fruman, right?
Yes.
You mentioned in response to Minority Council earlier that
Guys, make sure you thumbs up the chat if you have not yet thumbsed it up.
natural gas company, correct?
Yes.
How'd you learn that, by the way?
I heard it from the Minister of Interior.
Interestingly, at noon today, the Wall Street Journal reported that federal prosecutors in Manhattan are investigating whether Rudy Giuliani stood to personally profit from that liquefied natural gas venture. Do you have any knowledge of that?
No, I do not.
Maybe we should talk to Rudy, huh? Ambassador, I'd like to direct you to another line of questioning that I had for Ambassador Taylor earlier this week. He said that there were irregular channels of diplomacy at work in Ukraine, circumventing normal diplomatic channels and threatening American interests in favor of private interests. I asked him the question, can you rule out the possibility that these irregular channels of diplomacy are being used in other countries where we conduct foreign policy? In response, he said that he could not rule it out. Ambassador Yovanovitch, I ask you, and I assume that you can't rule it out either, correct?
I can't, but I would also add I have no knowledge of that.
I understand. Are you concerned that these irregular channels of diplomacy may be at work elsewhere?
I think it's a possibility.
You testified that it was a quote-unquote dangerous precedent that private interests and people who don't like a particular ambassador could combine to replace that ambassador. Are you concerned that other ambassadors may suffer the same fate as you? your service as an American diplomat, you have encountered various dictators and strong men ruling other countries, right?
Yes.
In your personal life, your parents fled the Soviet Union and Nazi Germany, and they became familiar with despots and dictators as well, correct?
Yes.
Indeed, you're an authority on authoritarianism, right?
Well, maybe.
Is it a feature of authoritarianism to allow corrupt interests to hijack foreign policy?
Yeah.
Is it a feature of authoritarianism for the rulers there to claim absolute rights?
Yes.
And is it a hallmark of authoritarianism for those rulers to smear their opponents?
Sometimes, yes.
Thank you.
Time of the gentleman has expired. Mr. Nunes, do you have any concluding remarks?
I would just say to the American people, today's show trial has come to an end. We're headed down now to the basement of the Capitol to go until I don't know what time, and we'll be back there hiding again behind closed doors, interviewing more witnesses that you may or may not be able to see in the public. I hate to break it to my colleagues if there's anyone else out there watching television ratings, but they must be plummeting right now. And I would suggest that we get back to the work of the Intelligence Committee, that we pass a trade agreement with the United States, Mexico, and Canada that would actually help the American people out, because this is an embarrassment. I'll yield back.
Mr. Chairman, may I be recognized for a motion?
No, I have some concluding remarks. Ambassador, I want to thank you for your decades of service. I want to thank you, as Mr. Maloney said, for being the first one through the gap. What you did in coming forward and answering the lawful subpoena was to give courage to others that also witnessed wrongdoing, that they too could show the same courage that you have, that they could stand up, speak out, answer questions. They could endure whatever threats, insults may come their way. And so, in your long and distinguished career, you have done another great public service in answering the call of our subpoena and testifying before us today. I think you gathered from our comments that we not only grieve for what you went through, but what damage is being done to the State Department, to career federal foreign service officers all over the country. I am profoundly grateful to you and Mr. Kent and Ambassador Taylor, who have done so much in the last 2 days or 3 days to show the American people the face of our diplomatic corps. The extraordinary public servants who work all around the world in very dangerous places as you have. And so I'm glad they've gotten to see you, because you're often vilified as bureaucrats, or diplomacy is diminished as unimportant. Anything other than the military doesn't really matter, when it's your efforts that often prevent us from going to war. Sometimes you're disparaged as the deep state. But what you are is what holds this country together, what holds our foreign policy together, what makes it seamless, what makes it work. And I'm glad America gets to see that. I will just emphasize once again about the importance of your testimony. Mr. Kent and Ambassador Taylor gave us the broad outlines of this effort to coerce, condition, or bribe a foreign country into doing the dirty work of the president. Investigations of his political rival, by conditioning U.S. taxpayer money, by conditioning a meeting that President Zelensky desperately wanted and needed to establish that relationship with the most powerful patron of Ukraine, the United States of America. The fact that they failed in this solicitation of bribery doesn't make it any less bribery, doesn't make it any less immoral or corrupt. It just means it was unsuccessful. And to that, we owe other dedicated public servants who blew the whistle. Had they not blown the whistle, we wouldn't be here. And I think it is appalling that my colleagues continue to want to out this whistleblower so that he or she can be punished by this president. But let's underscore once again, while you are the beginning of this story, you're not the end of it, but nonetheless, the beginning is important. Because the beginning of the story is an effort to get you out of the way. An effort by Rudy Giuliani and Fruman, Parnas, and corrupt Ukrainians like Lutsenko to get you out of the way. Because they felt you were an impediment to these political investigations the president so desperately wanted. Giuliani has made it abundantly clear he was in Ukraine on a mission for his client, for the president, to investigate.
Oh my goodness. Alan, that's a good one. Jedediah. Hello, Jedediah. Hello, hello, hello.
They should do what the president asks. Read the transcript. And what they'll see in that transcript is the president praises the corrupt. He praises the corrupt, Lutsenko. He condemns the just, you.
That is a good one, Alan.
For an investigation.
I gotta screenshot that. Hold on.
There is no camouflage.
That was a good one.
That corrupt intent. We are adjourned.
Speaker, condition.
That was a real good one.
Mr. Chairman, you disparaged those members on this side of the aisle. We should have a chance to respond to your disparaging remarks. Mr. Chairman, I demand a seat. Mr. Chairman. Mr.
Nope.
Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
What happened? I need to go back. Let me see something. What happened? What'd he say? I need to know. I need to know. Okay.
That's what makes it.
Ask who the clock is at. It's moving slow. St. Peter's reply. It's George Washington. He asked whose clock is that barely moved. St. Peter's reply. Martin Luther King. The man asked, where's Trump's clock? St. Peter reply. Jesus uses it in his office to tell time. Bro, that is like the best thing I've seen. Oh my gosh, that is good. Yes, oh my god. I'm screenshotting that whole thing. You just, oh my gosh. Hilarious. Oh my goodness, hilarious. Oh my god, that was good. That was really good. That was super good. I love that. Oh, when my mom gets in the house, that's the first thing I'm about to show her. What you said. That's hilarious. I'm done. I love that. I love that.
Work. And I'm glad America gets to see that.
That was good.
Diplomatic Corps. The extraordinary public servants who work all around the world in very dangerous places as you have. And so I'm glad they've gotten to see you, because you're often vilified as bureaucrats, or diplomacy is diminished as unimportant. Anything other than the military doesn't really matter, when it's your efforts that often prevent us from going to war.
Wow.
Sometimes you're disparaged as the deep state. But what you are is what holds this country together, what holds our foreign policy together, what makes it seamless, what makes it work. And I'm glad America gets to see that. I will just emphasize once again about the importance of your testimony. Mr. Kent and Ambassador Taylor gave us the broad outlines of this story. This is a story about an effort to coerce, condition, or bribe a foreign country into doing the dirty work of the president. investigations of his political rival, by conditioning U.S. taxpayer money, by conditioning a meeting that President Zelensky desperately wanted and needed to establish that relationship with the most powerful patron of Ukraine, the United States of America. The fact that they failed in this solicitation of bribery doesn't make it any less bribery, doesn't make it any less immoral or corrupt. It just means it was unsuccessful. And to that we owe other dedicated public servants who blew the whistle. Had they not blown the whistle, we wouldn't be here. And I think it is appalling that my colleagues continue to want to out this whistleblower so that he or she can be punished by this president. But let's underscore once again, while you are the beginning of this story, you're not the end of it, but nonetheless, the beginning is important, because the beginning of this story is an effort to get you out of the way, an effort by Rudy Giuliani and Fruman and Parnas and corrupt Ukrainians like Lutsenko to get you out of the way, because they felt you were an impediment to these political investigations the president so desperately wanted. Giuliani has made it abundantly clear.
Dr. Jive, the point is that someone like a Dr. King was such a good man. His clock was moving very slowly because the clock represented sin. And therefore his clock was moving very, very, very slow because he had not committed sin or whatever. Basically, he was a good person. Of course, everyone commits sin, but he was a good person. And so, therefore, when the man says about, well, where's Trump's clock? And then he said Jesus uses it till the time, all the time, because he's constantly sinning, so his clock is constantly moving.
Investigate the Bidens. And you were viewed as an obstacle that had to go, not just by Giuliani, but by the President of the United States. And if people had any doubt about it, they should do what the President asks, read the transcript. And what they'll see in that transcript is the President praises the corrupt. He praises the corrupt, Lutsenko. He condemns the just, you. And then he asks for an investigation of the Bidens.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you, Alan.
There is no camouflaging that corrupt intent. We are adjourned.
Mr. Speaker, condition.
Nope.
Mr. Chair.
That's good.
He praises the corrupt, Lutsenko.
Mm-hmm.
He condemns the just,
Mm-hmm.
you. And then he asks for an investigation of the Bidens. There is no camouflaging that corrupt intent. We are adjourned.
Mr. Speaker, condition.
Please
Mr. Chairman,
allow the witness to
Mr. Chairman, you disparage those members on this side of the aisle. We should have a chance to respond to your
Nope,
disparaging
you ain't got
remarks.
nothing to say. Nope.
Mr. Chairman,
Nope.
I demand a seat.
Nope, he ended it. It's over.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chair.
That's some good stuff. You better go. You did that. Go, Adam Schiff. No problem, Dr. Jive.
It has been a topsy-turvy day of unexpected, unanticipated twists and turns.
Okay, y'all, I have had fun with this somewhat of a silent stream today. I appreciate everyone who had even joined my live and stuck around with me while I was watching all of this, but I couldn't miss it. But I also wanted to at least go live so that everybody could still have the opportunity to connect with each other. But yeah, so I appreciate you guys. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, Prime, thank you. You have a great day as well. Alan, have a great day. Dr. Jive, all of you guys, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. It was cool to listen to. Okay, cool. Yes, thank you, Alan. Hope to see you again. I think you're new, Alan. Alan, I haven't seen you before, but it was nice for you to join in, and hopefully you'll join in again.
At this hour, what we do know, Republicans spend a lot of their time reading
Yes,
seemingly
thank you,
unrelated
Prime.
headlines into the record and trying to compliment Marie Yovanovitch after Donald Trump seemed to make an effort at tampering with this witness and intimidating her earlier today.
All right, y'all. I'm about to get up on out of here. Bye.
Today will be a week